Hey, how's your news? Would you like to sing our tune? Would you like to chase your blues
Take it easy,
away? Hello out there.
We don't want to scare everybody away with that shit, Al.
Listen, I sing pretty well. My name is Al. Across the table from me is Joe.
How you doing?
And together we're kind of right.
Yep.
You don't know what How's Your News is, do you? That was from it was a internet phenomenon in the early days of YouTube. A bunch of retarded adults got filmed interviewing people,
Fucking retards?
mostly about slow adults, mostly about politics. And the name of the show was How's Your News? And it was an internet sensation, and they ended up getting like a little half-hour special on HBO.
Really?
And one of the people was a woman named Susan Harrington, and she's from Plymouth, Massachusetts, right over in the neighborhood next to my parents. Pretty amazing story.
So this was like when YouTube started?
Yeah. Yep.
Before
early days.
Google bought it?
Oh, definitely before Google bought it. We're talking like
15 years ago?
Oh, yeah, 15 or more. You know what I mean? I don't even know how long YouTube's been around. Hey, I don't know if you paid attention this weekend, but there's a lot of fucking celebrities dying to get in the news. You know what I'm talking about?
Are they dying?
Like 6 or 7 people fucking dropped fucking dead this weekend.
You know, I didn't see.
Well,
I was keeping track of the Charlie Rose thing. Has me fucking.
We will be.
It's hysterical.
Yeah, we will. If you want to talk about men behaving badly, we can jump right into Charlie Rose.
No, let's hear who's dead.
All right. Well, because we'll get back to Charlie.
Because if they're dead, then we can't talk about giving them hot nuts.
All right. Well, here we go. Charles Manson finally fucking kicked the bucket.
He's dead.
David Cassidy. You know who that is? Remember who David Cassidy is? I'm sure you can picture him.
Yeah, from the fucking Partridge Family.
From the Partridge Family. He died of fucking drinking way too much, basically, I think. I think he died of organ failure. He was a fucking hard partier.
Jesus,
he was probably in his 60s, though.
He can't be... Yeah, but he's not like late 60s.
No, he's early 60s, yeah.
Well, he's dead.
Guess
now.
what? He won't be down for fucking breakfast. Another guy, a couple of these people, you may not know who they are. I'm going to save the best for last, though. Mel Tillis, you know who Mel Tillis is? The stuttering country singer?
Yeah, country singer, yes.
Did you remember the show, the movie, I can't remember if it was Cannonball Run or Hoop. It was Cannonball Run.
Yeah.
Terry Bradshaw was in it, and his running partner was Mel Tillis. And Mel Tillis only doesn't stutter when he's singing. When he sings, he's all smooth, rich baritone.
Really?
And he fucking stutters stuttering John Melendez on a bad day. You know what I mean? So anyway, he was an interesting cat. He was in his 80s. The dude who played Cosby's dad on The Cosby Show from the 80s, the classic Cosby Show.
Yeah, I don't remember who the dad is.
Well, he was an impressive-looking guy.
He must have been fucking old.
He was in his mid-80s as well. We also got...
Hey, David Cassidy was born in 1950.
So that makes him 60-something.
Oh, he's old. Well, I was 63, so he's 54. So what's that, 67?
Wait, he was born in 1950?
Yeah.
13
so years older
2000
than
would have
me.
been 50. He's 50. He's 67.
67.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
That's older than shit.
Well, he's dead.
Yeah. And, all right, here's another name you might recognize, except I can't remember what she was in. Della Reese. I know she does music and theater. And
I know the name. I have no idea.
I don't know if she was Good Times or one of them. A fella named Terry Glenn died in a car accident in Dallas in his early 42 or 43, his early 40s. You probably don't know who he is because you could not care less about professional sports. He was a wide receiver for the New England Patriots for 6 years, and he went on to play for a couple other teams, including the Cowboys. He died in a car accident. He was an interesting dude. Bill Parcells, you know who Bill Parcells is, right?
He was the Patriots
coach among other teams. But he, in Terry Glenn's rookie year, he was pretty delicate and got hurt a lot, and the coach got asked about his status, and he said, she'll be fine. That was like in the news for like 2 weeks back then. He basically referred to Terry Glenn as she. He just totally emasculated him. And
She'll be fine.
Yeah, and the funny thing is they got along, and Terry Glenn never was mad about that. And when Parcells coached in Dallas, he fucking brought Terry Glenn with him. You know what I mean? But he did call him she in front of the whole world, which is, that's kind of emasculating. Good story, though.
Well, not if Terry doesn't care.
And someone who many people don't know, but an actual rock and roll pioneer died late last week or this weekend.
No.
And he had been dying. He had been dying for a while. Malcolm Young, who was not just in AC/DC with his brother,
AC/DC,
but he wrote the songs. He wrote the songs.
Well,
Malcolm
not only
Young.
that, he was the rhythm guitarist, and he
wrote the
played
songs.
his ass off.
Yeah, it was excellent.
So AC/DC would not
AC/DC
sound anywhere near the way they sound.
AC/DC was his band, and they did nothing without him.
Well, his brother is Angus.
I know, but I'm saying Angus worked for Malcolm in that band. You know what I mean? There's always a guy in a band. It was Malcolm's band, interestingly enough.
Well,
He's the one who hired Bon
kinda
Scott
knew that.
and then the other singer there.
I kind of knew that.
Yeah.
And
But anyway, an interesting dude, and he didn't die well, I guess. I think he...
oh, fuck. You know what? I forgot to turn the coffee maker on.
Is it just a matter of pressing a button?
No.
Now you can do that later.
We'll do it in a little bit.
And then I'm sad to report, with all this fucking death and dying in the celebrity world, 2 people on the younger side who I know died this weekend. One of whom is the brother of one of my dearest friends, 51 years old, and he hung himself.
Was he upset about something?
I don't know. I will find out on Friday when I go to the wake. I'm not calling anybody to find out about it.
It's a horrible thing to say, Al.
What?
Was he upset about something?
I'm sure he got worked up. You got to get worked up to fucking hang yourself, especially when you got kids. You got kids older than my daughter.
Well, you
and
know what
younger
Louis
than...
C.K. said?
What?
The only reason you're alive right now is because you didn't hang yourself this morning.
Right. Well, that's fucking
Except
brutal.
now he's in trouble with, I don't know.
He's not in trouble for telling that fine joke. He's in trouble for fingering somebody, isn't he?
Yeah,
You know,
pulling his prick out and showing somebody.
it's just...
I
First
guess
of all,
you can't pull your prick out.
I got to say, it must be impressive.
What does this
if he's
world
pulling
come
it up.
to when you can't pull your prick out and just show somebody?
Especially if you're fucking proud enough of it to show. Like, I'm not showing anybody my penis, ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ever.
And I should probably stop using the term "whip out your cock."
Yeah,
or
yeah,
our
right.
cock. I'll be happy to
There'll be
try
no
to,
whipping
I'll try
going
to
on
pull it
here.
past the zipper so that you can see the head.
I try to fucking yank it out longer than my fucking
There's
pubic hairs.
There'll be no whipping out of my cock. Ever.
The only thing whipping out is my pubic hair in the wind.
Right. But there's
Which, by the way,
my cock. I'll
I could
display
use a
my
fucking,
cock.
I could use a little grooming. I used to groom, and I haven't in a while. I got to get it a little grooming.
What are you, fucking Sasquatch down there?
It's just, I'm disgusting. I'm just disgusting. I'm gross.
You gotta stop beating yourself.
I'm
up,
not, you know what? I don't actually feel that way. I feel
Just
kind
like
of sexy.
Whitney Houston.
Hey, by the way,
so you got to learn how to love yourself.
I'm down another pant size. That's 2 since I started.
You're looking thin.
I'm not thin. I'm just leaning out. I'm not really. There's a difference.
That's because you're working too hard.
No, I got to get to the gym some more, though. That's what I really need. Fucking.
No one should ever go to the gym.
And then the
It's
other
a
person.
horrible idea.
And then the other person who died this weekend was a woman I've known from a while ago. Her son graduated with my daughter, and she was someone I knew from the pool hall era, a couple of years younger than me. She was also a bartender around town. A lot of people know who she is, and she passed away, I believe, of breast cancer. I know she had cancer. I don't know what kind. And she had done done the whole radiation and chemotherapy thing, and it looked like she was getting better for a while. And then I don't think she was ever told she was cancer free. So it's not like she relapsed or whatever. It just didn't get any better. And then all of a sudden, chemotherapy stopped helping, and they sent her up to hospice middle of last week, and it only took her 3, 4, 5 days to die. So,
well,
it's fucking
people die.
Yeah, people die, and young people die, and they say only the good die young. So the two of you, you know who you are. You're both good people. I'm sorry you're dead. I'm really sorry you're dead.
Yeah,
because you had people who loved you.
I would have traded places with you too.
They both had. Yeah, well, I don't want to die the way either of them died. You know what I mean?
Well,
neither of them died well.
I'm basically just sick of life, and because I won't kill myself, but I'm hoping for some sort of cancer.
Oh no, you don't want cancer. You want to either have the big one because you don't really feel it other than for 30 seconds, or
how come my site can't be reached? Fucking internet.
What site?
I'm ready to kill. I'm not going to kill myself, but I may kill someone else.
Kill a computer.
Yeah,
I was fucking.
I might find somebody who's running this fucking thing.
Yeah, well,
server 1.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but here's another thing with all this death and dying in the world.
Yes,
I saw this little news item today, and it made me laugh. It has nothing to do with death and dying now, because we talk about experimental aircraft and how
there's
that just
nothing like it.
Yeah, well,
get a kite, strap a motor on it, jump off the fucking bridge,
and die. Well, the current largest aircraft in the world is what they used to call a dirigible. It's a fucking blimp.
Yeah.
And it fucking crashed for the second time over the weekend. And it's just like,
who has the largest blimp?
It's an English fucking blimp, and it's fucking the biggest aircraft in the world. They call it the flying bum because when you look at it from behind, it's kind of
looks like an ass.
It's like an ass, but the thing's fucking massive, and it's run on helium and something else. And no, it didn't blow up.
They float it with helium.
Yeah, it didn't blow up. It just kind of deflated and went to the ground. But it's the second time it's happened, so I don't know if it's the type of thing because everything's remote controlled these days. I don't think anyone was on board.
Right.
And the thing's not destroyed, you know what I mean? But it's just funny. Haven't we come farther than blimps? You know what I mean? The exploding Hindenburg is on the cover of Led Zeppelin 1, and it happened in, 1939 or something? I think.
Well, that's when they used to have, they used to fill them with hydrogen.
Hydrogen, right. But they actually used the fucking things to move shit, you know?
Well, they used to use them to spy because they don't make any noise.
And back in the day, you look at all the early films and the early sci-fi films, and
they call it the flying bum.
The flying bum, I told you that.
The Airlander 10, world's largest airship, dubbed flying bum. It does look like an ass on the back.
It's pretty funny, right?
And it is... February 10, 2017. World's largest airship ready to fly again. That's obviously not news. But hey, giant airship comes loose in UK.
Right.
Oh, it looks like it's deflated and everything.
Oh, yeah. But it's not, it's not destroyed. It's just deflated,
Like, it doesn't look like that was meant to happen, though.
Oh, no. It's not supposed to happen. But again, anytime you talk about a blimp or experimental aircraft.
It wasn't floating along and then just, it fucking ran out of gas.
I don't think it ever got off the fucking ground, is what I think.
It came loose, it says.
Yeah.
So maybe it flew into some fucking trees.
Yeah, well, that's what it looks like in the picture, doesn't it? Looks like it might have got hung up a little bit.
Yeah.
Pretty funny. Again, so anyway, we were in our ongoing fucking series, Men Behaving Badly.
Charlie Rose.
Your boy, Charlie Rose.
Oh.
Poor Charlie.
Yeah, fuck Charlie.
I know.
Charlie is a big time self-righteous liberal.
And a drunk.
I didn't know he was a drunk.
He's a fucking booze
angry
hound.
man.
Yeah.
But apparently he's groped the shit out of some people.
Yeah, people aren't really fucking happy with him.
And he is, he was on 60 Minutes, so he's off 60 Minutes.
He's off everything. He got fired.
He's basically done.
They don't fuck around right now when it comes to all this fucking sex shit.
Well, because there's two guys
Guilty
every
as
day.
charged. Guilty as charged before any due process. But that's all right. I believe it.
Oliver Stone was yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but there's only like one person.
He's a known cunt, though, too. You know what I mean?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised at all if he raped a few people.
Oh, yeah.
And I actually like Oliver Stone's stuff. I just watched a documentary about his. You take it with a grain of salt, but he's a very intelligent guy. He's very knowledgeable.
Yeah, he's a fucking cunt. The only movie of his that I liked was Platoon. I believe that was his first fucking film, or major film, anyway.
Well, he had a series, American History. There were 10 parts to it, and it was skewed, but it was pretty good. And then what did I just watch? It was something to do with All Governments Lie is the name of the documentary.
Right.
Which, of course, they do.
Right.
And
again,
talked a lot about the war criminals that I keep bringing up.
That lied.
And, basically that they are war criminals.
Yeah. That lied.
They lied. We went to war, lost a lot of kids.
Right.
Blew up a lot of people. We're still blowing up people. Although the thing that I found interesting was that Obama, Mr. Peace and Love, Obama has killed more people through drone strikes than George W. Bush ever imagined.
Really?
Yeah, he really ramped up the drone. He loves drone
technology,
striking.
It's he loves it. Times.
And he also is...
Dates men? Oh, sorry.
No, he's the least transparent president we've ever had.
Of course he is.
And he was the hardest on government whistleblowers, meaning anybody that came out to, say, hey, this is all fucked up over here. They prosecuted the shit out of those people.
Including, people caught leaking stuff, too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking... He's a
Nazi?
He's a Nazi.
Yeah.
Barack Obama.
He's the Cheshire Cat.
You'll hear it here
smile?
first. Is a fucking Nazi.
You want to talk about the Cheshire Cat?
He's not an all transparent guy. He's a fucking scumbag.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's a horrible president and
a bad human being.
He's not a good person.
No. Turns out he's a terrible person.
He's a
smart guy, though.
He's Hitler. Well, not Hitler. You can't say Hitler. Because everything
I don't think so.
After
yeah, he didn't burn 6 million Jews in an oven.
But
you know what I mean?
He was not the, we're going to be transparent and we're going to, he killed more innocent people with drones than anybody.
His boy, is it Robert Mugabe? See, the fucking army took over Uganda. I didn't write this down. It just reminded me of, bad leaders.
Robert Mugabe?
You know who that guy is?
Is he the leader of Uganda?
He was, and he was for a long time, off and on, I guess. But whatever. I just thought,
Was he a strong man?
Yeah.
Was he voted democratically into office?
I don't think so. So anyway, just another note on old Charlie.
Do you think David Cassidy ever sucked a dick?
No, I don't. I think he got more trim than you, me, and any other fucking 20 guys know.
I'm just asking.
Combined.
No, I'm not. Do you think that he did he have any children?
I believe so. You can't be looking at recent pictures of him. You got to look at him when he was the first fucking teen heartthrob of the 70s.
I remember, believe me, I remember seeing
him and Sean Cassidy. His brother, his brother Sean Cassidy. That's right.
Who's Sean Cassidy?
To do ron, to do ron.
Oh.
He was a Hardy Boy too. Remember the Hardy Boys on Sunday nights?
Shirley Jones was his actual stepmother.
Yeah, and he fingered her.
Did he really? He fucked his stepmother?
He did. Yep. Which,
he's got two kids. He got 2 kids, and he was divorced in 2016.
By the way, I had to click off that we have explicit content on the show on both SoundCloud and iTunes.
Now, what do you have to do to not have explicit content?
Talk about fingering people, say cunt, talk about your penis.
Yeah, where's the line? So, I mean,
we are
we're
strictly
way over.
NC-17, you know?
We're way over.
Which, you know, that's not to say that that's good or it's bad. That's what it is. We talk like we talk, you know what I mean? We joke like we joke.
I sent a bunch of people.
I'm not in this fucking hobby to fucking pretend, you know what I mean? I'm not acting here. I'm not acting.
No, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. I'm just, you know, we're just gabbing, you know?
2 chicks dishing. Hey, there's a podcast that's on our hosting site, and they were on Joe Rogan. There was 2 girls, and it's I think it's the Guys I Fucked or something.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they do very well.
Cool.
And
they must be smart.
No, they just fuck a lot of guys.
But they're funny and can talk about it in English, is what I'm saying.
Talk about it.
If you could communicate about that in English and make someone laugh, that means you're fucking pretty smart, I think.
And I don't. One of them's named Kristen something.
Yeah, I fucked her. She just laid there.
Guys, I fucked, I think. And they talk about all kinds of crazy shit. But they were in very intelligent as well, too. Guys We Fucked is the name of the podcast. So I thought,
how many shows they got?
I think they've been doing this for a while.
One a week, a couple a week?
But they're like in the top 10 podcasts.
Shut up. That's awesome.
And they weren't celebrities
Isn't
to
there
begin
like
with.
80,000 podcasts?
It was probably more than that. But you got to remember, I think people start a podcast
podcasts, something.
And they make 4 shows and give up. There's a lot of people that start and quit.
Shit, we did 4 shows before we started sharing with anybody.
Well, we're serious about this, fucking Al.
Yeah, well, that's clear. We put a lot of effort into it anyway. Well, not a huge amount of effort. I'm not talking about show prep. I'm talking about we're trying to fucking do it right, finding our way. So can I just get back to Charlie Rose, please?
Yeah, go with Charlie.
Apparently, well, not apparently, but, you know, he's fired. And fucking Gail and Nora O'Donnell are his co-hosts on that.
Yes.
Bad Rider in the Morning.
You know, Nora has gone fucking downhill a lot. Nora was really hot.
Oh, well, you know, those girls, it's tough being a woman, man. It's tough.
Yeah,
especially on TV. I think
but Nora had
by the way,
beautiful blue, and
she looks
still
fine.
does.
She looks fine.
Blue, but she just kind of.
She's a beautiful woman.
She's gonna be like fucking really hard looking in about.
She's
5
fine.
years.
She's fine.
She's
And Gail King looks fine too. By the way, they both look fine. The point is,
I'd fuck Gail King for her money. I think.
Listen.
I eat Gail King's box. I think for her money. You know, for some of it.
I bet you she's shaved too, either waxed or lasered.
I'd have to have a few beers.
Nah, she's pretty, man, and she's smart. I mean,
she's pretty
a good-looking girl.
I think she's pretty big, though.
No, she's not that big. Well, you don't get to see her dump her. I guess her hips and dump her. But I mean, what the fuck?
That's okay.
Yeah, that's fun, right? She's fine looking.
I kind of like her.
Well, she's a smart woman.
She's not hysterical.
And she knows how to communicate in English. Anyway.
Yeah. She's sort of like her pal Oprah. She's not hysterical.
They basically said Charlie doesn't get a fucking pass. And they...
they both did?
Yeah, they
shit.
motherfucked him for, a couple minutes.
Oh, that's...
right on his show that he did with them.
Well, apparently he's a fucking angry dude.
No,
I read that today.
There's not a lot of people who have a lot of nice things to say about Charlie Rose. Other than, but he's a fairly good interviewer. He is a good interviewer. That's not an easy thing to be. He is a good interviewer.
He's okay.
I like him. I think he's good. I think he asked the good follow-up questions, and he's not afraid to even, needle his
You know what makes you a good interviewer?
What's that?
When you can be on PBS and you have a full hour to interview somebody.
Isn't that what the Charlie Rose is? It's a long-form interview show.
That's what I'm saying.
So he is a good interviewer. You're agreeing with me.
I'm agreeing that you can't be a good interviewer in 13 minutes. I watch 60 minutes. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
you need that. That's why these podcasts. That's why when Joe Rogan has a guy on for 3 hours.
Listen, you can't be a bad interviewer and do it for an hour either. Follow what I'm saying? You got to be good to be able to do that too.
Yeah, no, I get that. No, I get it. But it's you got to have the time. That's what makes you. If you have the time, you can become a very good interviewer.
And if someone with the money is paying you to hone your craft, that means I think you do a good job. Now, when you think great interviewers, the first one that pops into my mind is Howard Stern, obviously. Now they show every week he does a couple of hour and a half interviews with A-listers.
And
his interviewing is fucking bar none the best,
He's very good. Although Howard doesn't listen as much.
Sometimes he does.
You ever hear Dick Cavett? I mean,
Dick Cavett was an interesting cat.
Dick's almost dead.
I mean, he's got to be 90.
Dick almost be dead.
I mean, he was ancient years ago.
Like the one in my pants.
He's an interesting cat.
I like Dick Cavett.
He's very funny, very dry.
Yes.
And very, very liberal. But
that's okay.
Who cares? Who cares? He's
Most
he's
of these
brilliant.
people are very liberal.
He's brilliant, though. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He is brilliant.
Very bright guy. Yeah. Used to be on Imus all the time.
Yeah, I think that's the other thing. Old Imus, man. He's got a lot of fucking heavyweight fucking friends,
He's still kicking around.
Old Don?
Yeah, I looked him up because I thought maybe he was dead.
Terrible interviewer, by the way.
Don Imus?
Yeah.
Oh, that's absolutely not true. See, this is where we.
You know what? No,
I listened to Imus for years.
Yeah.
Imus is a great interview.
You know what? I got to take back what I said because my main criteria is doing the follow up that someone else would be afraid to ask, and he definitely does that. So I take it back.
You know what makes a great interviewer is somebody who does not make it about themselves. You sit there. You educate yourself somewhat on the person.
Yeah.
And you sit there and you listen and you let them talk.
Yeah.
And if you have enough time going by, because people want to talk about themselves. They really do.
Do you think Letterman was a good interviewer? They say Kimmel is probably the best out of all of them right now.
I don't watch.
Because he doesn't talk much.
I never watched late night shows, really.
Yeah.
Or not.
You didn't do the whole Dave thing? Coming out of college and shit. That was a big thing.
Well,
at UMass,
I found Dave Letterman in college.
Yeah. We all did, right? Well, no, I watched him before that. In high school, I watched him.
Yeah, because I found him in college, and I was 4 years ahead.
So I
of
think
you.
it was '82 actually. When he debuted on the late night show. Was '82?
Like the late show.
It was called Late Night with David Letterman.
12:30 or something.
It was on after Carson. It was on at 12:30. It was produced by Carson at first too.
But Dave had. It was I liked it because he had an interesting. It wasn't his interviews. He had an interesting. The stupid pet tricks and all of it was
stupid
funny.
Human tricks. The Velcro suit.
I mean, he went. I'll never forget this, and I think this is around the same time where he went. Walking around New York City, he went into a place called Just Bulbs.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
All right?
Yeah.
So all
what
they
do you
sold
have
was.
here? Yeah.
So what are you selling?
Yeah.
We sell light bulbs. Well, can I get a lampshade here?
Yeah, right.
Nope. Just bulbs. So he asked him 73 fucking,
By the way,
how about, can I get an extension cord for my lamp?
That's got to be some sort of fucking front business for some fucking hanky-panky funny business. Because how many bulbs you going to sell?
Well, we're talking the 1980s, probably a lot.
Yeah. Before
and
the
they
box
had a place
store
called
phenomenon.
Just Shades.
Yeah.
And then they had a place called, Just Lamps.
Just Forks.
I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
And then he used to throw a lot of watermelons off of the roof.
I remember that. I believe he actually took a fucking go-round tumble in a fucking industrial fucking washing machine too. Or dryer, an industrial dryer.
But I mean,
old Dave.
But Dave was great right up until he got full of himself.
See, I don't think he got full of himself. I think he got
did.
older, and I think he had heart problems, and he got introspective. He's working again, by the way. He's going to be on Netflix. Gave him something retarded, and I don't want to like fucking $20 million for like 4 things. Something retarded.
That ain't anything like Chappelle. Chappelle got
Did he get $20 million a thing?
$20 million a thing.
I think you know what? Letterman might be in that category too. That Netflix is crazy, huh?
I need a beer and a fireball out of there.
All right.
I can't do this fucking podcast sober.
You know what? It's not. Why is it that unpleasant? Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
It's the most
No,
pleasant
I'm just a fucking drunk.
It's the most pleasant thing I fucking do, other than occasionally get laid.
I love
Way more pleasant.
I love the podcast.
I would still rather get laid than do the podcast, but this is number 2. Well, that and hanging out with Evan, which again we got to get him down here. I can't wait.
But he doesn't talk.
That's exactly why I want him on the air.
So what is he going to say if he doesn't talk?
I'm going to see if I can fucking draw it out of him. You know what I mean? Just for fun. We don't have to publish the show. It'll be fun. You know what I mean?
Can we fuck with him and see if he's had a gay experience when he was younger?
Absolutely.
Something like that.
I don't know if we want to talk about when he was younger, but
well, a lot of kids had gay. I had gay experience when I was younger.
I did too.
I mean, it's just most young men, well, boys. If it's not, and I'm not talking being raped by a fucking
you're talking
priest.
About fucking around with someone your own age.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on.
No.
We can dig that out.
I don't want to talk about it.
About your son?
No, about that at all.
Say you don't want to dig deep.
No. I don't. I actually don't. It's not a current event.
You don't want to know?
We talk about current events. Even though I told stories about Charlie Baker and Mike Dukakis, and
maybe I can ask Evan.
Still a current event.
I have a nice combination milling machine.
Oh yeah.
Lathe.
Oh yeah.
Out in my shed.
Would you set it up for me?
And it weighs like 600 pounds.
He can set it up for you by himself.
Well, I know he can't lift it.
He knows how to make it. He can lift it. He'll figure it out with ropes or something.
No, I have to make a stand for it, and I have a stand, and I got some industrial casters.
He moved his S10 engine by himself.
Did he? Why
After
did he
someone
take
took
the
it
S10 engine out?
Well, he wrecked the car, and then he kept it because I didn't have collision on it because. Why would I spend $2,400 a year for collision on his truck when he spent $2,100 on the truck?
No.
So anyway, he fucking totaled the S10, and then but he took the fucking. We had it towed to a transmission shop up in Pembroke, and they swapped that transmission into his fucking. He got a Chevy Silverado, like another one, like a 2002 or something. But its transmission was fucked. So he had the fucking truck. Anyway, so they're scrapping his fucking car, and everyone's just taking what they need. And he told him when he went back to, he went to get money. The guy took a seat or something before it went in the yard. And Evan's like, can you lift that out and put it in my truck? And they did. And when he got home, he moved it from the truck into the fucking garage by himself.
So he has another truck.
Oh yeah, he's got a silver. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. He's got. Remember my red truck that I got rid of last year with the truck?
Yes,
he got that truck. It's the same truck except green and no ladder racks. It even has a rot in the same exact spot in the hood.
They all rot.
A rot through in the same little spot on the front right, not down the middle, not on the left.
They always rot in the same place.
It's fucking weird.
For some reason,
it's weird.
Like the Subarus that I have out back have rot in the same place.
But he bought
I've been
fucking
looking online for Subarus.
Yeah,
because I love them. Because we live in New England and it snows here, and having all-wheel drive is just great. It really is. I mean, how can you beat all-wheel drive? It's just
wonderful.
not going to get stuck.
Yeah.
Unless you're a real idiot.
It's
You know what I mean?
It's a testament to mankind's fucking.
Well, the Subaru
Ingenuity.
is the Vermont state bird.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. You drive up and down the highway,
They all got Subarus.
everybody's got a fucking
By the way,
Subaru.
I liked them as
believe
soon
you
as they
have
came
to
out.
own a Subaru.
As soon as those came out, those fucking whatever, the first all-wheel drives, whatever the model, the first one was. I thought they were great. I thought they were cool looking. I wanted one, and I'm not like a skier or any of that shit. you
No,
know?
me neither.
And they probably get 30 miles a
Did
gallon.
I tell you
right?
about my Jaguar?
No,
I didn't?
there is another car here, right?
No, not yet. I'm going to get it tomorrow.
Oh, I thought someone else was parked here. Maybe it was your other car.
I'm buying a Jaguar. Now, it's before anybody gets crazy, it's $1,200.
Yeah.
It's a Jaguar XJS V12,
Awesome.
1986. The body is perfect.
Where does
There's no rut.
Where does it currently live?
It's right down in Bourne.
Awesome.
And what happened is the engine caught on fire,
Yeah.
but it caught on fire for 20 seconds.
Awesome.
And so the guy thinks that it needs a new wiring harness and it needs like all this shit. And I took Alan down with me, and he goes on the ride back, this thing, I think it needs a couple of like pieces of wire cut in, and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And they sell a little. What happens is there's 12 cylinders, so there's 12 fuel injectors,
Right.
And there's little lines, little pieces of tubing that go to the fuel injector, and they, over time they get brittle and they crack.
Right.
So this thing, was squirting some fuel out, probably from a couple different places, and it caught on fire. But he just so happened it caught on fire, and like a guy was walking by with a fire extinguisher.
How long ago did it go on fire?
A couple weeks.
Oh, really? So it just happened.
Oh yeah,
And the guy was driving the thing every day?
it was his daily drive.
No shit. And it's a what? An 80 what?
86
No shit.
Jaguar XJS.
31-year-old fucking car. 32, actually.
Apparently, these cars in good condition will sell for somewhere around $10,000.
So are you looking to flip it or fix it and drive it?
I'm looking to flip it and fix it and flip it.
Nice.
Although, you know me.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but you
If I
don't got room for
fall
another
in love
car.
with it.
Yeah, well, you get rid of the other one or sell it to me. If you're ever going to sell that Crown Vic, me first. I'll buy it.
I don't know if I'll ever get rid of that.
Well,
although, I might get rid of the one that Patty drives.
computer just shit the bed.
No, it just goes off.
Oh, there you go. So the light glowing on you is comforting. Maybe we do got to do lights and cameras down here someday.
If we do we have to do makeup?
No.
We'd have to do some lighting.
Listen, you were the one who was talking about filming it. I actually have no interest in that. So, zero. It's too much work. Too much work to edit fucking shit like that. You have to do it in real time.
Yeah. It looks like a pain in the ass.
Sucks. I mean, unless who knows?
And if you're listening, look, I don't know where.
This is fun enough hobby wise. You know what I mean? This is good. Because it's a proper amount of time being put into it, and it's fun.
Maybe you're going to figure this out.
I don't want to fucking work.
But here's the deal.
Yeah.
I have no fucking idea when people would listen to a podcast. I listen to podcasts while I'm on the laptop.
There's a lot of
doing some
guys
work.
like you who listen to podcasts. There's
Well,
a lot
no,
of them
I would
out
imagine
there.
there are.
There's a lot of them out
But
there.
what I'm saying is, like, are there people at work that are allowed to listen to podcasts while they work?
I think there are.
And
By the way,
who don't follow the manual?
everyone has a
Like
radio
you?
going. Everyone has a radio going in their office, a different radio. The boys next door, one of whom is the son of the owner, they listen to Stern after the girls go home. The girls all go home at 4:30. So from 4:30
And
to
for anybody listening, I've never had a real job Al just got his first real job.
Yeah.
And he's telling me about it. Because I don't know what it's like to work in an office.
I mean, I'm beginning to learn, but I think I work in a cool office. I'm starting to think. Like, I work in a pretty cool place to work.
Yeah, well, it's not filled with assholes.
No, and it's not. And they're all, like, really young, smart guys and gals. They're all really smart.
Well, it's a company that's being... This guy is building it. He wants it to get big. It's not
the
like,
parent company's been around a while, but, yeah. Then it ebbs and flows like any other
but it's
construction
not like you're
company.
going to work for State Street Bank.
No, I'm working for a
Some
construction
fucking
company.
Toxic, horrid.
I'm working for a construction
They
company
have 80,000 employees that crunch numbers.
I work for a construction company that has
Half the people there want to die.
about 100 people work there. It's not a big company. About 100 people work there, but it's a decent sized family owned construction company.
I'm guessing half the people that work at like State Street Bank
Yeah.
think about killing themselves once or twice a week.
Well, I've been there. I don't do it anymore. I want to live. I want to live. I ain't afraid to die, though. I'm not afraid, but I want to live
Why do you want to live?
because I'm interested to see what's going to happen to me for the first time in a while. I'm interested to see what happens with this podcast because we're having fun, and I think it might work out if we both pay attention to how you're supposed to do it.
Is the podcast the most interesting thing going on in your life right about now?
Well, but I have other things. I have other creative avenues as well. As you know, I'm a musician.
Oh, you have a lot.
As you know, I'm a musician, and I have one band that I've been in forever, but I have a new-ish project which has been together for well over a year. But we all joke because if I'm in a project, nothing is happening with it until everything's perfect. Like, it's not going to play out until we're a year and a half, 2 years in, because everything's going to...
The band?
The band with Evan, which is a whole other project. Inappropriate Behaviors is a very tight little band. We just don't happen to play out, but I still get together with those guys. But anyway, the new band, which is called Mad Randy. It's called Mad Randy.
Who's Randy?
Evan.
Is his name Randy?
Yeah, Dave called him Randy for a while because he thought he looked like a kid named Randy that he knew, and it stuck. But Dave was also in a band called Bad Andy. I'm the one who came up with Mad Randy. Dave was in a band called Bad Andy, and they call Evan Randy, and we all agree that Evan is definitely the linchpin of the fucking band. So it's called Mad Randy. Anyway, as you know, I do a little bit of audio engineering, music-wise. I've produced a lot of music over the years.
You have, and you're good at it.
Thank you. And
that's why the
opening
listening to this podcast,
yeah.
not the first. It sounds really good, doesn't it? As a matter of fact,
I can make music sound good too. I'm pretty good at. I do recorded music well.
I got a
rock and roll.
I sent this out to emailed it to a bunch of people, the link to SoundCloud.
Yeah.
And my pal, who is also my realtor, Jim, said, "Hey, what kind of sound equipment are you using? Because it sounds really good."
Yeah, it sounds as good as anything you hear on Sirius satellite.
There you go. There you go, Al. You got yourself some.
Hey, you bought it.
Yeah, but I mean, you told me what to buy.
Yep, but you agreed that it was, probably a good go, and it was.
Well, you know what? You can't have shit.
No, and you bought a beautiful computer too, which I didn't think was going to work out, and it's really working out well. It really is. I can do a lot on this at the same time.
Yeah, you can look at porn. And
No. There's no internet surfing on this.
Fucking
no.
crank your hog. And
I need the internet for some things. No. There's no Facebook. Well, I'm off Facebook, period. But even if I was on it, I would never go on this.
Did you get a fucking phony account like I got?
I have one, and I can't remember the passwords to it, so I might have to open another one. But I had it for a long time when I first signed up. It was Bob A. Bowie.
I mean, I fucking love having this fake Facebook account because you can just like roam around.
Yeah, and then you also discover which of your friends are too stupid to have privacy settings too. You know what I mean?
But somehow this podcast, the Facebook account is telling me that all these friends that I should have, who are all people I know.
It's weird how because
follow what I'm
it's
saying?
connected to your phone too. They've figured out there's an algorithm.
Well, somehow
they
they
know who
figured
you
out-
call.
Yeah, and they've
By
also
phone
figured
number.
out who the fucking my Gmail account.
Oh, by the way,
So I think this Facebook is an evil fucking thing.
there's another thing, by the way, and my ex showed me this tip because she's an investigator, basically. She's a claims adjuster, but she's basically an investigator. You know the app Messenger, even though you probably don't use it. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's a weird app from Facebook, and it's kind of like texting or private messaging somebody. It's basically private messaging. It's a separate app, but it's a Facebook thing. So you don't know what I'm talking about.
Is this something like
A lot of people
I'll
use it.
meet you at the hotel room at
Right.
12:30?
Yeah, but a lot of people use it. But here's the thing.
And if you're there at 11:15,
Here's the thing, because
I'll let you fuck me in the
because it's
ass
hooked in with your Facebook, and most people are on
while I'm
Facebook.
taking a shit.
Will you listen? While most people are on Facebook, they use it on their phone, and Facebook figured out a way to figure out your phone number, even if you've never told them what it is. Okay,
Really?
So they know your phone number, and they know everybody's phone number that you're connected to. So if you go on Messenger and go in the search and you put in a phone number, the person's Facebook account comes up.
No shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up.
If they use their phone to do Facebook,
Here's
if
what
they
we're gonna
just
do.
use the computer, it doesn't.
as soon as we get a little profitable here, we're gonna go out and we're gonna fucking follow Mark Zuckerberg around.
Why? First of all, he's got security.
Fuck him. We'll still follow him.
You know what? I think Mark Zuckerberg is a fine individual. He was a smart guy. He figured out a business thing.
You know what he did?
I just think
he
that
stole
Facebook-
it from the Winklevoss
Nah,
twins.
fuck
He
them.
fucking stole it.
Yeah, that's what he did. He's at least smart enough to do that. How's that? He wrote all the
idea
code. He
was-
wrote all the code.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
He
does
s-
matter. It
he
does matter.
Stole it.
He wrote the code.
He stole the idea. Was definitely Winklevoss. Telling you,
He
he deserved the money that they got from him.
Oh, I think they deserve what little
well,
they
actually,
got.
they probably
What little they got, they deserved.
and
They got very little. Would they get 66 million? They split 66 million,
Yeah.
and they had to pay their fucking lawyer 22 mil of that. So they both got 22
It
mil,
was really pretty sad.
and then they both
And
tried-
Zuckerberg's got what, 64 billion?
Yeah. And
worth
by
of
the way,
stock.
he's number 3. Bill Gates is number 2. You know who's number 1? Your boy.
Warren Buffett.
No. Oh no. I'm sorry.
I love Warren
Yeah,
Buffett.
Warren is number 1, but there's Bill Gates is number 3. There's a new number 2.
Shit. I don't know.
Jeff Bezos.
Oh, Amazon. Of course.
He's worth more than Bill Gates. That's craziness.
So Bill's number 3.
Yeah.
Is Buffett 1?
Yeah, Warren's number 1 still.
Yeah, but Warren wasn't number 1. Well, the stock market's like crazy.
Yeah,
right now.
Warren's doing good right now. It's Warren, Bezos, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg.
You know what the funny thing is, too? Warren's number 1, and Warren's probably given away because Warren gives like $3 billion a year to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Right.
So Warren's probably given away like $20 billion, and he's still number 1.
Did he say is he doing the Bill Gates thing? He's leaving all his money to charity like Bill and Melinda are doing when they die?
Warren Buffett started the Giving Pledge. He goes around to other rich people,
Yeah.
wildly rich people, and says, don't leave your money to all your fucking kids.
Right.
Because they're just going to end up being, morons. Leave them enough so that they feel comfortable, but they also want to work.
Yeah.
And
Or maybe start something
he's
anyway.
giving away basically 99.9% of his money.
No shit.
Yeah.
And he lives in a fairly humble house, I hear, in a subdivision in fucking Omaha.
And and he fucking loves
He
it.
probably got other houses too, though, I'm sure. Sure, you know what I mean? If he wants to go to Aspen or Miami or New York City, he's probably got a place in each place. You think he's just staying at the fucking what do you call
Probably.
it? The fucking what's the The Ritz-Carlton or something.
He's been in the same house
Because that's only like $1,000 a night. That's nothing to him.
for 50 years.
That's like me pulling out a tenth of a penny.
40 years. No, Warren is not a. Warren's in this because he loves it.
It's a game, is what
He's in it for all the right reasons.
Yeah.
Well, number one, he's absolutely he's great at it.
Yeah, he's the best. He's the wizard. He's probably got really good doctors, I would imagine.
Everyone. Here's the thing that Warren loves.
Black Hawk.
Everyone he might love Black Hawk, has the same information he does, but he comes out on top.
Is that because he's got uncanny common sense, or has he got a formula at home? Is it math? Is it math, or is it common sense? What is it? Is it both?
Well, it's not both. It's probably not either. He has a. This is the way his brain works. His brain was perfectly set up for understanding how this shit works, and he was wildly focused and interested in it. You got to be interested in it. You can't, I've had a few times where I fucked around with the stock market and opened up like a TD.
Yeah,
Ameritrade
I've never,
account,
ever done it. Ever.
Did some trades and,
Yep.
you pay attention to some.
Seems like funny money to me,
But it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
So
There are guys who care, man.
He loves it.
Yeah.
And he's wildly good at it.
Yeah.
Obviously, because I think they just 77 billion he's worth, something like that.
Oh, then he might be below Jeff Bezos. I think
Bezos
is over 80. I think that Warren, I'm talking like yet today or yesterday, is back over 100. You know what I mean?
I guess it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter. I
No.
could be wrong, but I don't think I am.
But yeah,
It doesn't matter. What's a 10, 20 billion between friends anyway, especially if you already
Bezos
got-
created a hell of a company.
I mean, what the fuck? If I was rooting for him to end up in Boston, I was going to try to get a job there.
Is he in Boston?
Well, it looked like they were going to do a major distribution plant there, but it's not happening.
Why not?
They're building it somewhere else, and I don't know where. I forget.
What, did they fuck it up in Boston?
Yeah, they fucked it up. Marty Flynn somehow fucked it up. Whatever his name is.
Marty
his name?
Flynn?
Marty, what the Flaherty? What the fuck is Doherty? What the fuck is the name of the mayor?
Some Irish guy.
He's a shithead.
It's some, I don't know.
He makes fucking Tom Menino look intelligible. Sound intelligible, anyway. Talk about guys who fucking do not have a command of the English language.
Well,
Do you fucking cringe when you're watching the local news? I mean, you don't watch it.
I don't watch the local news.
And somebody
and I
comes
don't
on
watch-
and they're like, the fucking car was on fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I
It's
believe
like,
I
what
sound
the
a little
fuck?
bit like that. My car's all fucked up.
No, I know.
I don't know what the fuck happened.
having-
You got a flat tire.
Again, I'm not saying I don't have the accent, but
No,
I
you
fucking
don't.
cringe when I fucking hear it. My parents were from Connecticut, smack dab in between Boston and New York. They got a California accent. It's weird. You know what I mean? Couple little.
What do you mean, like, dude, we're going
No, I
surfing,
mean-
man.
Just no inflection or anything like that. There's a Midwest inflection. There's Southern shit. Although
we're going
it's
surfing.
weird. The further south you go, the less Southern the accent is. But real Floridians talk like this, yo. Like real Floridians,
Hey,
not transplanted fucking Floridians.
You think Charlie Rose has a fucking gigantic cock?
Why has he been showing it?
I don't know, but he's.
I don't know. I don't
You
get.
know.
I don't. I've never thought about Charlie fucking Rose and his cock. I'm gonna say no. I think he's
I
got a
am-
nubbin like
you know
me.
something now?
He's got a little nubbin.
You touched on something just this second
Go ahead.
that puts things together in a weird way.
Go ahead.
I've known who Charlie Rose is for the better part of 40 years.
Yeah, me too.
And I've never thought about Charlie Rose's cock
Well, then why did you just ask me about it?
until today.
Oh, all right.
Because he was
Clearly, he's hung up with it.
he's showing off his cock or doing something to somebody.
I think he was groping bitches
he
or
grabbing their tits and
fingered
shit.
somebody. He's
And,
creepy. He's creepy. He's creepy. You know?
I had a talk. I did grab somebody's tits, and I'm not.
Oh yeah, the other day you said you were wondering if you.
Yes,
So you thought about it some more?
I did.
Oh,
And I did it, and I actually apologized.
back then or just now when you remembered it? You
No,
looked them up?
no. Back then,
Like, did you apologize immediately? Like, were your hands
no, the
off
next
of her
day,
tits?
because I was completely shit faced, and then
You don't have to say who it was. How long ago was it? In
this
college?
is- yes,
Oh, all right.
we're going back 35 years.
So you did let the person
But
know.
I did grab. I was grabbing somebody's tits.
Yeah.
I don't know. She didn't seem to mind, but it was in front of several other people.
I have two memories from college. One was
So I have to say, I am not innocent, and I am an official fucking groper.
yeah. I have to say I've never groped anybody, but I'll tell you what I'm guilty of. You ready? I'm guilty of telling a really young person. I was in college. I was probably 21, and she was like 19. I'm guilty of telling a woman that I wanted to lick her pussy, and she got really upset, and I felt bad about that for a couple days. And then, and I apologized. She never talked to me again, and we were kind of good friends. That was not
Really?
cool. Yeah, that was not cool.
But
Here's the other thing.
though.
Here's
if
the
you
other
guys
thing.
were good friends, couldn't she just say, you know what, Al? I really like you. I actually love you, but I don't think of you in those terms.
No. Because she was. I didn't know, but
She was a lesbian.
No.
She a lesbian?
No. I didn't real. She was a real liberal women's fucking. Thumping whatever the
Don't
equivalent of
liberal
is Bible
women
thumping.
like having their pussy licked?
They don't like fucking white guys telling them that.
So if you were black, you would have licked her pussy?
I don't know. So here's the other thing I did, and this one's not bad. I wish
Come
we had,
on, Al.
now I wish we had
Fucking
cameras
Fess up.
because this is a half sight gag. But this was not orientation, but the first night on campus. All right,
Of your college career.
yeah, Sunday night. Got there on Sunday afternoon. This is it, my first night.
Can I lick your pussy?
There's a couple things you got to do, but you're free to do whatever the fuck
all
you
right,
want.
Now, wait a minute.
Listen.
How did you have a good friend your first night? This must have been from a friend from here.
No, will you listen? You're not listening.
Will you get me a beer?
That last incident
talk
was
for a second
That
while
last
you-
incident was a friend. This was a different incident.
Al has,
This is a good story.
he has groped some people, but
I've never groped anybody.
all of them are men.
So yeah, right. So anyway, so we're getting ready to go down.
He loves a pair of balls on his chin.
Getting ready to go down.
He really does.
We're getting ready to go down to the dining commons or something, and all the RAs in the building were having their little meeting, their last meeting of the day, or whatever.
That would be resident assistants.
And as we were going to walk out the door, one of the RAs from the building, happened to be the floor below me, she dropped a pen or something, and she bent over to get it, and I air banged her, and she didn't know it, but like another RA and a couple other guys saw it, and they all fucking laughed. No, they all laughed, and she stood up and went, "What?" And nobody said anything, and I left. She didn't catch me, but I did feel bad about it because I was like, wow, those guys must think I'm an asshole. I've never done anything like that. I air banged her. I didn't. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
She was bent over to get the pencil. I went. She didn't know.
Right.
But the other guys saw it and they all laughed. But I'm. It's not funny. It's not funny. But it was fun. But it's not funny.
So, all right, now you're getting off track now.
Yeah.
The woman
Yeah.
that you said, or young girl,
Yeah. This was a total other person. Yeah.
who,
That I told that I wanted to eat her box.
what happened? Who is she? Not
No.
who is she, but
She was just, a friend who lived in the building. She lived like downstairs. I lived on the 7th floor. She lived on the 6th floor. We were all friends.
and how
all our
long
friends-
had you known her?
This was probably early in her freshman semester. Yeah, That's the other thing. Time moved slower back then, too.
Sure
I had
does.
known her for a semester and a week or two. This was like right after we had all gotten back for my second year. So it was her first year, second semester type of situation. Shit, she might have been 18, not 19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Fucking never talked to me again. And I saw her every day.
yeah, but you're leaving out all kinds of things. So what led up to the
Oh, she was extremely hot, and I thought that she was like kind of
India a little
I
bit?
just thought she was loose, and yeah, into me because the band was happening then too,
Right.
And I just totally misread the situation. I thought I was gonna get my mouth on her box. You know what I mean? And
So did you say to her at some point, that look, I'm sorry I misread this and
oh yeah. I tried that night, and then again a couple days later, and she just wouldn't talk to me, and I never talked to her again. And we were in a lot of awkward social situations because we still had common friends for like the next 2 years, and she, I'm sure she motherfucked me to everybody. That's fine.
hey, you know what? Fuck her. She's a cunt.
Nah, not really.
No, seriously. Fuck that.
I don't think so.
Why
think
is
she's a
that
cunt.
so
She's a
horrible?
nice person. I wish I remembered her last name. I would have fucking looked her up on Facebook, but I'm not on Facebook
Yeah, but-
anymore.
Why would you do that? Why would she do that to you?
Well,
If
because
you
I
were
was
willing to apologize.
Oh yeah, no, because she thought
It's not like you grabbed her cunt, right? You didn't like
No. Her friend was making out with my friend in their room. Her roommate was making out with a friend of mine.
and you probably said it nicely.
and we were
knowing
sitting down
you.
and we were having fun, and
Yeah.
there might have been a back rub or two involved.
Right.
No kissing or anything, but we were having a good time.
Did you get a boob grab here or
No,
there?
no.
Little side action maybe?
Nope.
No?
And I got a hug or something, and I whispered in her ear, "I want to eat your box." Or I didn't say that. I said, "I want to lick your pussy." I think that's what I said. It's so bad. I said, "I want to lick
There's
your
nothing
pussy."
wrong.
I want to lick
Hey.
your pussy, and she went, "Al, I'm very disappointed in you. That is not cool." And of course, now my buddy and her roommate are like, now her roommate's. My buddy's like, "What the fuck?"
I was gonna get
I was
laid, you
gonna
rat
get
bastard.
some. And yeah, no, it was ugly. It was bad. It was probably that was probably the low point. So yeah, no, I'm guilty. Me too.
No,
Me
but you
too.
didn't grope anybody.
I didn't grope them, but I
fuck that.
I acted
You-
inappropriately.
No, you didn't. You
I
misread.
expressed my desire that I wanted to lick her box, and I told her.
You misread.
Maybe if I had said vagina, it wouldn't have been as bad.
Here, let me.
I want to
ask
lick your vagina. You thought that was probably worse.
Let
I
me
said
ask
I want to
you
lick your pussy.
if this is inappropriate.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was in a similar situation
Yeah, I'm gonna pee. Good.
in college, and what I did is I pretty much asked the same thing. But the difference is she said yes. And then about a half an hour later, because, we were doing the old kissing and making out shit and all that stuff. You know the deal. Well, when I finally got down there, it smelled so fucking bad, I couldn't stand it. And I literally said, hey, yo, yeah. I said, you got to do something. There's something off. There's something horribly wrong down there. Oh, fuck yeah.
And she never talked to you again.
Uh,
I think actually you were way more in the right than me.
You
didn't do anything wrong.
well, I told
trying to help the
I
poor
told
girl.
a woman that her private parts smelled like a fucking. It would knock a buzzard off a shit wagon, basically.
No, she probably just took a lot of pisses that day and didn't shower or something.
No, I think there was something way different.
Bad pussy. Bad pussy.
I think there's like a fucking rotten egg in there or something from the time she
Bad
was
pussy.
4.
By the way, that's the name of this segment, but it will be bad PU ** Y.
But it's
I can't write bad words.
it doesn't make But just because yours ended in a no, you asked, if you go up to a woman and say,
I wasn't
"Hey,
forcing myself.
could
I wasn't
have
even
sex
talking.
with you?"
You know what?
And she says, "No,"
and I'm
you're
going to be
not
honest.
an abuser.
I'm going to be honest. I wasn't even talking about like that second either. I meant, eventually someday I'd like to lick your pussy.
Yeah,
she's like, Al, I'm so disappointed in you. That's not cool.
You're probably better off that she's fucking gone.
No, I mean, that was a real long time ago.
And
Joe.
you know
It's
what?
30 years ago, man.
Right. And right now, she's
29.
She's sitting somewhere going, God, I should have let him lick my pussy.
No.
Because nobody will know.
No. She's a beautiful girl. She. I'm sure she did fine. As a matter of fact, she was real smart. I'm sure she don't need no guy. But I bet you she did end up with a fucking doctor.
She's got a fucking robot tongue on her cunt right now.
Yeah, no.
Anyway,
Anyway, you'll never hear this, but if you do, you know who you are. And I apologize. I was a fucking stupid. I was stupid.
I think you're a cunt, whoever you are.
She'll never hear this.
You never know.
No, well, first of all, she's
might.
as left wing as your father, so she'll have no reason to listen to this podcast. There are no liberals listening to us. They hate this show. I have friends who are commies, and they hate this show. They will not listen to it anymore. And 5 or 6 of them gave it a try.
Really?
Yeah, guys who I'm real good friends with, and we don't ever talk politics. That's probably why we're friends, because fuck politics with your friends. You know what I mean? You and I can talk it all day because we get close to the same views.
But what are they so upset about?
They think that I'm out of my fucking mind, and they think that you are right out of your mind.
Yeah, but we talk about, good liberal stuff all the time.
Yeah, both of us have liberal type.
Absolutely.
I don't think I do. I think
pretty easy going.
Well, I don't have a problem with. I'm a libertarian. I have no problems with. I don't want anybody telling anybody how they should live their life. All right? I don't want anybody telling anybody how they should live their life. So I do have some shit that is kind of liberal, but it's really not. What it's about is I don't want to hear you or the government or anybody tell anybody how they should live their life. As long as everyone's fucking not hurting anybody and everyone's fucking happy. You know what I mean? Fucking hands off. Hands the fuck off. Everybody keep their hands off each other. Everybody, from kids up to adults. And who cares what somebody does in their fucking bedroom? Who cares?
But now listen.
And at the same time,
George Bush and Dick Cheney war criminals. How can anybody on the left side of the aisle think that's a bad thing? Because they are. They're fucking war criminals.
No, I think a lot of far-right people think that, as you are. And me being the fucking extreme moderate that I am.
Person.
Me being the true moderate in the room.
Wait a minute.
I'm the true moderate. You are not.
Does not have anything to do with. No one on the far right thinks that George Bush is a war criminal.
I don't know. Let me think about that.
Yeah, you're just trying to stir up trouble.
No, I'm trying to. I'm trying to think of a righty who think. I mean, you know how the other night I picked Truman out of the fucking out of the fucking cloud when you said name a moderate who changed the world. I'm going to tell you right now who's a righty. What was the qualification that we were talking about?
To be a righty?
No.
Oh, that thinks George Bush and Dick Cheney are war criminals?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, a right-winger who thinks that George Bush and Dick Cheney are war criminals. You ready?
Yes.
I can't do it. I'm sorry, buddy. I thought I could do it. I'm not that sharp tonight. I'm pretty tired. I got a headache. I'm loving I'm loving the discussion. I just know what?
Think
I don't care either. I don't
think
care.
Dick Cheney?
That was a while ago. We're talking about 20, almost 15. I don't care.
Do you think Dick Cheney has blown George Bush? W.
No, Dick Cheney is the fucking man. Dick Cheney ran for president. Dick Cheney's had 70. Would have been a great president.
Ugh. What are you
Come
kidding?
on. What's wrong with Dick Cheney? He's just a capitalist.
First of all, his daughter's fucking ugly.
Who's his daughter again? Is it someone I should know who it is? Or?
I don't know. Fucking pig-face Cheney, I think her name is.
So, by the way, yeah, go ahead.
Dick, while sending everybody else's kid to die, had 5, 6, 7 deferments.
Yeah, no, I don't. None of that bothers me.
Yeah,
it doesn't bother me at all.
And
being as someone who never served,
he's had several
and
heart
whose
attacks.
father never served. I forget. Your dad served? Was he an Air Force guy? or something?
He was in the Air Force between.
What do you do? 2-3 years, post Korea, pre Vietnam, like right in between, right?
Yeah, he missed everything.
He didn't go to Korea.
He went and
He got lucky.
He got drunk for 4 years in England.
You know my Uncle Harold? I don't know if you remember who he is. Uncle Harold is Holly's brother. He was about 12 years older than my mom.
I don't know if I ever met him.
All right, so I thought you might know who he was. He was fucking
He was
Korea,
in World War II.
Even though he was Korea era fucking Air Force. And you know where he was stationed? Was Pearl Harbor, post all that shit.
Right, so he was getting a tan.
Yeah, he got a real good tan and a ton of bad blue ink tattoos.
There you go.
And that's what he did. He was there during Korea. He never went. He was Korea era. And he fucking hung out in Hawaii for 2 years.
Well, they weren't
years.
serious about Korea.
Well, I mean, I saw MASH. It looks pretty serious. Was it not like that? Certainly didn't last 9 years.
I don't
It was
know.
2 or 3 or 4 years. But
We
actually, I think it was 18 months.
called it even and left.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we never left because there's 50,000.
I have to
guys
admit,
there.
as much as I am a history guy, and I know nothing about the Korean War. I know nothing.
Vietnam.
It
was
must
the
have
one
not
that
been important.
Vietnam was the one. Is the real.
And you know what?
American tragedy.
I am horrifyingly not up to snuff on the history of the Vietnam War and our role in it. I mean, I know kind of about it. I actually remember watching the last guys fly out live on TV because me and my brothers were interested in the news by then.
Vietnam.
Was that 75, 76, somewhere around there?
75,
Yeah,
I believe.
yeah. That was
75 was it.
right before we moved to Plymouth. We watched that in Brockton because we moved to Plymouth in November of 75.
But they had the first.
I remember watching it on TV, bro. That was on the evening news.
Vietnam is like one of the longest wars and when you say wars, one of the longest engagements we've ever been in the sense that
I know horrifyingly little about it.
the first kill in Vietnam was in the 50s.
Right. By one of us killing somebody or them killing one of us?
One of our guys got killed.
What, do we just have like some sort of, minimal presence there? Or was it because
Vietnam
we just showed up and they killed somebody?
Was a really good example of a Cold War war.
Well, yeah.
That's what it.
It was all about communism. And
It was a fight against
Communism and capitalism.
It was a proxy war.
why do you think that we got all that crazed about that?
Because
I kind of get it, but why do you think?
Because I think that we had a bunch of people who thought that they knew better than everyone else.
You meaning the people in Washington?
Yes. And they thought that if we didn't do this, then bad things would
And it
happen.
was kind of on the heels of all that fucking communist fucking scare shit with McCarthyism and all that shit where like Hollywood people were getting hauled into congressional hearings and shit like that.
No, it wasn't. It was more about...
I mean, I know that was a lot earlier than Vietnam, but maybe Vietnam was because of all that shit. Why did everyone... I mean, I know communism... Here's the thing. Communism doesn't work, and it didn't work anywhere.
Yeah, but what
kind of
we
works
had
in
was
China. Kind of works, but
there was a battle, an ideological battle between which system is going to work, which is going to be the prevalent working system. Is it going to be communism or is it going to be what we have here? And there was a fight to stamp out communism anywhere where it popped its ugly head.
Yeah.
Other than the places where it already was.
Right.
So Vietnam had a lot to do with that. But it also had a lot to do with, it was a war that, it's like picking a fight. We picked a fight with Vietnam.
Yeah.
In Vietnam.
And they were like, fuck off.
Well, there was and I am so unversed at this.
Go ahead.
And so, but I mean, the
I'm
Vietnam
glad you're talking
War
about it because I can't.
Sort of started with, there was a Gulf of Tonkin.
I know so
resolution
little, I can't even fake it.
where there was a U.S. ship that was supposedly attacked and damaged, or maybe it was even supposed to be sunk, but there was no evidence that any of it was ever happened, and it was a reason to like start the escalation.
Mm-hmm.
That's as far as I'm going to go because I don't know anything either.
So before we take a break,
it was a shitty deal.
We're gonna take a break, but before we do, John Conyers, U.S. representative from Michigan, and a known, liberal, therefore reprobate. He paid off.
He likes being called Blackie, you know.
He paid off. Is that for real?
He does. He loves being
His
called
friends
Blackie.
call him Blackie.
They call him Blackie.
So you know what I'm talking about with this story? Do you see what happened to him today?
Well, they found
Did he-
Blackie had a he had paid off,
Some staffers.
right, who he
After getting
groped.
a little handsy. Got a little handsy.
I'm kidding about the Blackie thing. By the way.
Oh, are you really? I mean, that was pretty convincing.
I know. I know.
Here's the thing. You do it so unfrequently that I always believe you. And you, by
Who
the way,
fuck would call John
I don't know,
Conyers
but you
Blackie?
pick your spots, and I believed you for a minute. It's like, call me Blackie.
He loves
being called Blackie.
and he loves raping.
Apparently, he likes at least fingering people because he
Did
doesn't.
you see Bill Clinton? There's
No.
like 4 broads that were on the fucking plane with the supermarket guy out there, Burkle, that have said that they're going to come out if he doesn't pay them off.
Oh, really?
And they're like, his lawyers have confirmed that they're in negotiations. I think we talked about this last week. Bill Clinton, just a fucking, it's never going to stop rolling out until he dies.
So, before we take a break, because we're going to take a break and then we're coming back and we're rolling.
About fucking time.
I want to wrap up this because we're going to start with something else when we come back. So we got John Conyers, who, by the way,
He's a self-righteous motherfucker.
exactly.
Isn't he?
Here's my point. You read my
love the
mind.
self-righteous.
You read my mind. It's a fucking satisfaction akin to 100 orgasms that John Conyers is now being accused
Yeah. He's
of
a
sexual
fucking
misconduct.
groper.
And here's another one.
Mr. Holier
New
than thou.
York Times reporter, former Politico reporter,
Oh, I saw this too. Yes.
and
Keep going.
part of the White House press corps. One of the guys who, when you see Sarah Huckabee on the screen, by the way, Sarah, you're doing a fine job, honey. It's not an easy job. You're doing great. Sorry I called you honey. You're doing a fine job.
No one would believe you'd want to fuck her. She's gross.
That's not even what I'm talking about.
Sarah Huckabee.
Listen,
She looks like she
one
got
of the
hit by a
guys
truck.
who are in that fucking room, the guy from the New York Times,
Right.
in that fucking room, who asked Sarah Huckabee questions about our president, Donald J. Trump, the greatest history in modern American, the greatest president in modern American history, Donald J. Trump. Anyway,
You got to stop getting so drunk.
this guy,
We're going to have a talk.
this guy's name is Glenn Thrush.
Glenn Thrush.
Glenn Thrush is
Could
a
you-
fucking pinko, America-hating scumbag. And it turns out that he's a groper.
He loves pussy, though.
Well,
And raping.
he likes raping and fingering and making women feel uncomfortable. So Glenn
I'm
Thrush,
looking at a picture of him. Who could deny this
listen,
guy?
he
is good looking.
It's fucking Tuesday.
He is good looking,
It's
though.
Tuesday, and you know what that means. And this is going to bring us into our break. It's Tuesday, and we talked a lot about a lot of people who are in a lot of pain.
I think Glenn Thrush
And Glenn Thrush
looks like he ought to eat like 17 black cocks.
Glenn Thrush put a lot of people in pain. So
Glenn, you're listening.
Glenn Thrush, and I know you're going to hear this one
We
day.
hope you get asshole cancer.
But
You motherfucker.
before you get cancer of the fucking rectum and die horribly and painfully of cancer of your fucking rectal
is this
hole,
leukemia day?
you have to watch your precious, precious children. I looked it up.
Does he have
8-year-old Michaela,
kids? Oh, no, we can't do that. No.
7-year-old
can't.
Megan,
No.
and 3-year-old Michael. All three of your children, Glenn Thrush, I wish the worst and most painful and fucking long-lasting
No, we
leukemia on.
I
The
think
three of your beautiful,
I
most
started
precious
this, and
children.
I've led you down a path that's
Glenn Thrush, I want your children to die of the most painful leukemia
fucking awful.
possible.
Well, You can't.
And after they fucking die, less than 24 hours after you fucking bury them, your
Where's
three
his
children,
Is she dead?
less
too?
than 20, I don't even care. Less than 20, he probably wants her to die, and she wants him to die. So here we go. Less than 24 hours after you bury them, you die of the most painful rectal fucking cancer, where your actual fucking innards fall out into the fucking toilet and you bleed the fuck out.
No. They have to. See, I think it would be good if they hook it up so you have to shit out of your mouth.
Anyway, I got to
That's
catch my
terrible.
breath, Joe. I got to take a break, all right?
Are you getting all hot?
I got to take a break.
All right.
I see you in the faces of strangers. I feel you when you're not around. I'm haunted when I'm sleeping at night. And I wonder, am I really alright? I can't go on with an obsession like this. Running away from my deepest wish. Get out of my head because I can't walk away. Get out of my head. I can't get through the day. Get out of my head. But don't get out of my sight. Get out of my head. I wish I would. I wish I might. I analyze everything you do, everything you say.
So anyway, we're back. And
Are we really back?
as always, we still continue to gab, but it's more like a visit when the mics are off. But I went upstairs to look for some whiskey because I already drank a fucking pint of it. And upstairs smells wonderful. She's got something going in the crock pot up there. I don't know what.
She does.
And you come down here, it smells like coffee. And then upstairs also is there's Christmas decorations. It's the holidays, man. It's already the holidays. The smells,
She
the
is,
sights, the sounds, the tastes.
as I've said, my wife is
A mensch.
just the perfect woman for me, of course.
Yeah, no, she's a great lady, man.
There's nobody better.
And the funny
For
thing
me.
is, the fact that she lives
She tolerates me.
right up here, and we've never heard or seen, or she never bothers us, which means she's wonderful. She lets you do your thing. She knows we're down here having some fun.
Her thing isn't to bother anybody.
Yeah, it gives her time to do her thing, whatever that is, which obviously is decorating. Patty can decorate her ass off, you know? It's already looking like fucking Christmas upstairs. What the fuck, Joe? It's not even Thanksgiving.
I know.
What is going on?
If I ever try to cheat on her, that's when she'll
No.
kill.
Listen,
She'll kill.
that'll never happen. Why would you ever? You're not interested in that.
No. God, no.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck? You're not fucking 30 years old. or
That's
whatever.
awful.
Hey, where do you get most of your news?
Well, it's a really good question because I don't fucking watch any news anymore. I can't even.
So on the internet. So where do you go on the internet?
I go to Real Clear Politics. Is it Real Clear?
Yeah, something like that.
And I go to the Drudge Report.
You don't do like MSN or Yahoo or any of that shit, or even Xfinity's got a big news front page, or
Yeah.
you do anything like that?
I'll do, yes. Yahoo News I'll do
Yeah,
once or twice a week.
Yahoo News is where I get my fucking headlines, which is bizarre because they're fucking pinko left scum, basically.
Yahoo?
Yeah, Yahoo
No, Yahoo's better than Google, I think.
and MSN, by the way, which fucking sucks. It's the one thing I hate about this fucking machine. Everything is tied into Microsoft, and it makes me want to kill myself. I know I can take the time to get fucking Chrome, but it's got Internet Explorer, which in previous operating systems
Why
work.
don't you just download Chrome?
I know,
you lazy
I
fuck.
Yeah, I know, but it just
Download it right now.
listen. The fucking thing is working so seamlessly right now. I'm thinking maybe they figured it out. But here's the thing: I don't
God
want to.
knows we don't want you fucking it up.
I don't want Bing to be my fucking go-to search engine on any machine. It is on this one, but I don't search for shit on this machine, so that's okay.
I believe you want somebody to bing you nuts.
No,
With
Bing.
a fucking bing, bing, bing.
Microsoft
Little finger
is
fucking
good at
bing.
operating systems. I
No,
wish
they're
they
not.
would stay. Well,
Microsoft isn't good at anything.
So why did you buy me a fucking Windows machine and not a fucking Mac like I begged you for?
Because that machine cost $280.
Factory refurbished,
And,
right? Is that what it's definitely factory refurbished? It's even got a dent in it.
oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Somebody
I
dropped
bought
this
my-
fucking thing.
I bought myself a
It works
factory
fine, by the way.
refurbished.
Yeah.
And
By the way, anything that says Dell, I'm down. So
Mac, that
I got a couple Dells.
if you wanted a
going on.
Mac like that, it'd be $2,000.
Yeah. So what's that? That's fucking. I mean, I'm not worth $2,000.
You are worth $2,000, just not
Plus,
for me.
we could record it on GarageBand, and you would be on a separate track than me, rather than mix down a stereo at once. Which I know you don't know what I'm talking
Well, you know
about,
what?
but
As soon as the first $2,000 we make from this podcast,
I'll get a Mac.
you're gonna get a Mac.
You know what? And I'll say no, I don't want it because everything's going too smoothly. I really don't want to change.
Cunt it up.
Yeah, no, I won't cunt it up. I'll just say, you know what, Joe, thank you, but everything's going fine. It really is. It's going. I really, really like this machine. We've had a couple blips, and who knows what the next blip will be. I'm not even saying might be, but will be. But I'm actually getting attached to this fucking thing. I like this computer.
Hey, you think Al Franken's gonna fucking resign?
Why? He's welcoming the investigation, or the what is it? What do they call it? The special investigation.
I don't know.
Why would he? Why would
I'm
he
waiting
resign?
for another one to come out.
Another person or another
Yeah.
story about Al?
No, another person about Al.
Every day. Oh, yeah. Well, every day something comes out about somebody. I mean, it's no surprise that Al Franken is a fucking fingerer. You know?
Yes.
It's not surprising. A, look at him. B, listen to him. C, watch any of his fucking comedy. And he's awful.
I don't
He's
know.
Just terrible.
I didn't see him as a groper.
Yeah, no, I knew it. The second I saw him 40 years ago.
You know the one that caught me off guard,
Yes.
and mention this, is Louis C.K. I didn't see that.
I don't, and he owned up to it, and that, verified
Which was, you know
that
what?
I believed it.
That is a huge mistake, apparently.
Oh yeah, it's a bad mistake, dude.
You
It's
know
the same
what?
thing.
I
as,
don't know who these
It's
people
the same
are.
thing as taking the breathalyzer.
You got to play.
Don't take the breathalyzer.
Yeah, you got to do the old Bill Clinton
And hire
thing.
a good lawyer.
I have not had sex with
that woman. Miss
Monica
Lewinsky.
Miss Lewinsky. And he's waving his finger at you.
And you know what else?
Lying.
It also all depends on what your definition of is.
Well, did you stick your cock in Monica Lewinsky's mouth?
So
or
listen,
did you not?
What I was talking about earlier was with the news thing that I fucking get my news from Yahoo, and clearly you didn't today, because
No.
if you did, you would have noticed that they totally changed the fucking interface. Do you look at it on your computer or on your phone?
Well, no, on the computer, but I'm going to
Yeah.
look right now.
The computer did not change. On the phone,
Oh, I don't look at
now
any of
it's
them.
100% fucking multimedia. The fucking picture moves back and forth like this.
Does it drive you crazy?
And it's fucking nuts. And you fucking click on it, and it scrolls. It's for you in fucking, 2 sentences or less. You used to just be able to read the fucking article, and they went and they fucked it up for the phone on Yahoo. I wish they would just leave. You know what I've been doing lately? Again, and I know you haven't done this in years. I don't know if you were ever into it. I got into it, and I got back into it in 2008 when I was going to watch my grandfather die.
Felching?
No, when I was going to watch my grandfather
I was
die,
never into that.
which was reading a newspaper. I'm back into reading. You know what my go-to
Do
newspaper
they still
is?
sell newspapers?
They do, and here in Massachusetts, in select places, they sell the best newspapers in the world, which happen to come from New York City. As much as you want to fucking badmouth New York, anybody out there, the New York
The New
Times.
York Times?
I don't read the New York Times. I
The
read
New York Post is the best. That
I
is
love the
all
New York
news
Post.
fit to print.
Yeah, but the better one is the Daily News is better than the Post. The New York Daily News is the best newspaper in
Mort
America.
Zuckerberg owns the.
He does, and it's a total lefty fucking deal, but they got it down. It's a great read. Fridays, especially.
Is it better than the New York Times?
The New York Times fucking sucks. First of all, if you're
Hey,
gonna have a, if you're gonna have a print newspaper, and then I'll let you go. First and foremost, if you're gonna have a print newspaper, it can't be a broadsheet. It has to be a tabloid. So what we're talking about is the New York Post, great newspaper. The New York Daily News, great fucking newspaper. The Boston Herald, okay newspaper, better than the Globe. Fucking Times can suck my balls. Wall Street Journal can suck my fucking balls, and the Globe can suck my balls. I want to be able to turn the page like a book. I don't want to have the fucking broadsheets suck. Go away. Die. All right, go ahead.
Hey, do you give a fuck about Megyn Kelly?
Well,
and
her
her career.
It depends.
No, seriously.
No, I don't. I'm not rooting for her or rooting against her. So
No,
I
but
guess
do
I
you
don't.
even care? Like
Well,
they
I only
they
care.
make this out
I
as
care.
news.
I care because she's hot. So what are you talking about? She's hot.
Oh,
She's
she's-
hot. She's beautiful.
She
We've talked
really-
about this.
You know
before.
what? She's vapid.
I don't think she's vapid at all.
She looks
I think she's
fucking-
smart.
She looks evil.
She's not evil. She's an angel. You're saying she's the devil. I'm saying she's an angel.
It was better to be nice. I believed it was better not to express.
Listen to her.
So what's going on? Why do you
guess-
bring it up?
I guess Tuesdays today, Megyn Kelly delivered a personal monologue about Charlie Rose,
Oh,
whose career
Did he finger
imploded
her?
Monday.
poor Charlie. by
Kelly
the way.
said Rose was a friend.
He was
and that
making
it was
like
a
$8 million a
hard
year.
story for her to report.
Yeah.
Then revealed a personal moment she had with Rose that left her angry.
Oh no.
See, because
Go ahead.
this is why Megyn Kelly sucks.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because she makes
She's
everything
piling on.
about her.
She's piling on.
No, she makes it about her.
Yeah, right.
I believed it
Even if Charlie Rose ass fucked her, if she's gonna do a monologue about Charlie Rose, make it about Charlie Rose. Last November, my book came out. I asked Charlie to MC my very first book event, she said. It was supposed to be a celebratory event discussing the full scope of the book, which is about my life and my career and the lessons learned. You know what? She's a fucking dick.
So, have you thought about her this way for a while, or because of this?
No, I've never really liked her.
Why?
Because she's it's about her.
You think so?
It's not about doing a good job. It's about her.
I don't. That's not computing with me, so convince me.
Now, maybe I shouldn't say it's not about doing a good job. It's about her. And granted, I think all of these people, it's about them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Of course, if you're on TV, it's
But
all
if you
about
make it, you're making it all about you.
Turn this fucking mic on, too. That'd be fun.
It's just, it's bullshit. And it's all about her she's leaving Fox and she's going to go the fuck away. Hey, Lena Dunham, writer calls on women of color to divest from Lena Dunham after controversy. Lena Dunham is so fucking ugly.
Oh, I think she's cute.
Really?
Yeah. By the way, this is microphone 3, and it sounds pretty good. I think we've beat on these other mics.
Would you like to...
It's on the same exact settings,
Lena
and
Dunham
it sounds fresh.
Looks like a smug, fat, cunt animal.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
I think she's smart and funny.
Wasn't she raped?
Oh, I mean, who hasn't been?
No, but she's raped and she's proud of it, isn't she?
No, I don't think so.
She's very happy about being
Look that up.
raped.
Lena Dunham raped. I don't think she's been raped or has talked about being raped. I think.
Has she been
By the way, you know who
repeatedly kicked in the face?
you know who Lenny Dykstra is?
He sounds like a...
She had a run-in with him. He's a character from the Stern Show. He used to be a player on the New York Mets. He was on the 1986 Mets that beat the Boston Red Sox, and then he went on to become a financial advisor.
I knew he was some sports
and
guy.
he did time for bilking people out of money.
No shit.
He made more money from bilking people out of money than he did from baseball. And now he's out, and his big thing is he's impotent, but he's the best licker of pussy on the planet. And he had a Twitter going back and forth with Lena Dunham for a little while before she knew who he was. And by the way, she has a fucking, a live-in man, a life partner. She's not a lesbian, by the way. She's a hetero.
What she is. She's a fucking dog.
But the funny thing is that her and Lenny went back and forth for a little while, and she was interested until she found out what his deal was. And suffice to say, her and Lenny are,
has he been calling her an
on the
ugly
outs.
fucking toilet-faced whore?
No, he hasn't been doing that at all, but she's been, doing the equivalent of that about him.
People like Lena Dunham should be executed.
That was fun going over the other mic. It does sound different. It's crisper. All the fucking exact fucking setting. It sounds just a little bit more crisp. I like my mic, though.
Why
I
do you
like
think we
my mic.
beat up? How could we beat?
They're cheap mics, Joe. They're cheap mics. They're $300 mics. That's cheap.
No, they're $166.
Oh, okay. I meant 300 for two. 2 for 300.
Well, are you saying they wear out?
Oh, I believe that. No, you get what you again. What we have here, as much as it sounds wonderful, and it shows you how easy it is to make shit sound wonderful. But what we have here is a hobbyist's setup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it works.
All right. Yeah.
Everything here that you see, other than this, although I'm pretty sure this computer's going to shit the bed any day now, everything here
Why
audio-wise...
would you say something bad about that nice computer that I got for you with love?
No, I know. You know what I'm saying, though.
What a fucking asshole.
All of this shit here will be done within
I'll
a
be a
year.
cock
We're
rocks
gonna
off.
need another setup in a year, and I don't care if it's the same thing. But we're gonna burn this mic out, that mic out, that mic out. and
Oh,
this
really?
board-
You think they'll burn out?
No, I'm just kidding. We treat them well. If I fucking spill beverages in any of them anymore, they're definitely gonna fucking fuck up.
Well, yeah, you can't spill any more.
By the way,
fucking-
I don't know. You
Thank
know,
God it was just water.
the only repercussion, by the way, here you see
there's
the
some-
lights. You know how you always like the lights. Now
Yeah.
watch. Now don't say anything. Watch. Those lights are still up. They usually go down, up, down, up.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
only
you
there's
fucked it
one
all
light.
up, didn't you, you asshole?
Yeah, but we still don't. You know, we're not maxing out. It's weird though. It's like one
Hey,
light.
you
is
know,
on.
I noticed because I listened to last week's show that I don't know whether I got too close or was yelling into the microphone, but there was some over.
Yeah, I
called.
did
what
a
I'm
little
saying?
test before tonight's show before I came and got you out of the cabana, and I fixed that.
Because I'm always,
Tonight's show is the best sounding show we've ever had.
Elizabeth Warren wants you to fight back with her against Trump.
Me personally,
Yes.
Elizabeth Warren is my own little national embarrassment. I cannot believe that Elizabeth Warren is the senior senator from the state of Massachusetts.
She is.
I can't fucking believe it.
She's the senior senator, and she's a googly-eyed,
Whore.
lying Indian.
She is maybe the worst individual
is calling
in
somebody
Washington.
a whore sexist?
No. We've already talked about this.
Al Franken's a whore.
I mean, yeah, by definition, he's a whore. They're all whores. They're all whores.
Allegations.
Even our heroes. And there's not a lot of my... Do you have any heroes in the government right now other than the president? By the way, the president is one of my heroes. He always has been.
That's a good question.
Donald Trump is... He might be my hero other than my son. Other than my son. My son is my hero right now. But
I've
Donald
never
Trump
been-
is a fucking close second, I'll tell you right now.
I've never been a big believer in role models or heroes. And
All
it's
hero
funny that you
means is
said-
all hero means is somebody that you aspire to live or act like. It doesn't mean, you're fucking wearing a picture of them on your fucking clothing. It just means
You know what? I think I'm with you. My daughter is
your hero. Isn't that amazing?
It's
My daughter is a
I
hero
just
of mine
love
also, but
her.
my son is my hero.
I love how the way she turned out, and I want her to be happy.
Joe, the way she turned out has a lot to do with you, my friend. You are a
Yes,
great parent.
both-
You are a great
Both
parent.
the good part and the bad
And the
part
bad,
of
but the
that.
bad is more chemical than behavioral. You have raised an amazing woman. I
Well,
can't even
and
say
I-
young woman, by the way.
Yes,
'cause
but
she's
we
getting a
don't-
little long in the tooth already.
She's 28.
Oh my God, she's getting old. I mean, it's
But
almost time to trade her in for a new
We
model.
both know that we're good parents, and we shouldn't,
Yeah, no, I know.
and we're not going to pat ourselves on the back. 'Cause-
No. I'm not looking to get. I know you think I'm fishing for compliments. I'm
no,
not.
I don't. I
I'm really
honestly
not.
don't, and I'm not, and you know that.
All right, that's good.
But
But I want you to know that I think that about you as well.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
You have raised an amazing woman. And I'm not even going to say young woman because, like I said, she's about to hit the wall herself.
Well,
She is an amazing looking person as well.
she's a good person,
Yep.
and she's a caring person, and she's bright, and
Smart and funny.
she's very funny, very dry.
Pretty. That says
Pretty doesn't hurt.
Pretty doesn't hurt. And we'll stop there. She's just a great lady.
Now, Elizabeth Warren,
Yeah.
Donald
my
Trump's
own little
racist
national
slurs
embarrassment.
won't shut me up.
Oh no, why? Oh, because she's sticking to the whole I'm Indian thing, or
Donald Trump thinks if he's going to start every one of these tweets to me with some kind of racist slur here, that he's going to shut me up. Warren said it didn't work in the past, and it's not going to work in the future. I believe this may be Pocahontas.
Yeah. You know what?
It is.
You know what's interesting with all her.
I mean, is that the funniest fucking thing on the
Listen,
planet? The Pocahontas.
here's one thing I will give her credit for, and she has whatever the fucking pinko left fucking liberal fucking bullshit is the equivalent of bluster is. She's got bluster. I will give her credit for having some bluster. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
That's a lot of bluster right there. You know how our president has bluster and you need bluster? She's got whatever the fucking commie version of bluster is. She's not afraid to say what she thinks.
No,
She's really not.
but
She's
but
fucking
most-
a loudmouth. She's a loudmouth.
Yeah, but she's a fucking moron.
Yeah, she sucks. See, moron's another thing. I just think she's the ultimate politician. I think she is a smart person, and for whatever reason,
when
Yeah.
I say moron,
for whatever reason, she's chosen this tact, which is like, why don't you choose something that is like, beneficial, and let's do something for people, other than keep them on welfare, honey. Let's figure a way to get everybody off welfare. You know what I mean? She's more interested in getting more people on welfare. The very definition of that. And that's why it's embarrassing that she's our senior senator. I can't believe it. And as much as Ed Markey is a fucking doddering old fucking fool, I would feel better if he was the face of the fucking delegation. Fucking Elizabeth Warren is the face of our delegation to Washington right now. Elizabeth
Warren.
fucking Warren is the face of Massachusetts in Washington, D.C., and it's a fucking embarrassment.
Elizabeth Warren. Now, I've been told this, Al, and I'm going to...
I don't know anyone who knows her personally, by the way.
Well, I got
Do
some
you?
inside information.
You're not bullshitting me, by the way, because I'm going to want to believe whatever you're going to say to me. You're not playing with my emotions, are you?
No. This is
All right.
absolute truth.
I'm
here.
listening because she's my number one most hated person.
My understanding
More than Hillary.
is that Elizabeth Warren has, essentially she has
Genital warts?
vaginal lips that
You asshole.
cannot be mistaken.
You asshole.
They absolutely look like roast beef.
Oh, my God. I was
It
so
is just
fucking hanging
it
on
is
your every next
absolutely
word.
like uncanny. I heard that not only do they look like roast beef,
Now,
but
listen.
people have taken bites out of them.
I'm going to tell you right now.
When I talk about people, I talk about the Indians that she's with, because she is an Indian,
Listen,
have actually tried to take bites out of her beef lips.
I know for a fact that Elizabeth Warren's pussy is as small and pretty a pussy as you can have. However,
No, it's a big-
it's
it's-
very hairy. It's very hairy.
No, the thing hangs.
But if you can
The thing
manage-
hangs.
No,
it's
it
got
doesn't.
It's got
No.
like roast beef hanging down almost
Nope.
to her knees.
I'm telling you right now, she's got a real pretty pussy.
She does. I'm telling.
It's
no,
not
I'm telling you.
roast beefy.
I heard.
It's hairy. It's
Look,
hairy.
I heard she could grab her pussy lips, wrap it around somebody's cock, and tie a knot. That's
no.
I mean, I
Her
heard this
pubic
from
hair,
a reliable
maybe
source.
her pubic hair she could wrap around a cock, but no.
And it looks just like roast beef.
Now listen, Elizabeth, if you want to avoid talk like this in the future about your fucking genitalia, could you please just retire? And listen, I know a lot of people think that
I don't understand. How the
not-
fuck did she get in? She
There's
came
some
out of
pe-
nowhere.
Yeah, she came out of nowhere. She was a darling of the Massachusetts Republican Party. And after she...
Republicans.
I'm
got
sorry,
out of your
Democratic
mind.
Party. You know what I mean. The Massachusetts Democratic
Why
Party.
do you keep measuring the fucking computer? You
By the way, say what this
crazy
is.
lunatic?
This is scale tape, by the way. This is if you're reading a plan that is quarter scale, and
Yeah.
that's A scale.
There you go.
And then if your plan is 3/16, you use the quarter scale tape, and then all of your primary measurements you divide by 0.75.
Hey, why don't you get a ruler that's a scale?
This is better. I have both, and this is what they all use, and there's a reason. This is the
It looks
deal.
like most of your cell phones.
Well, I borrowed
all
it.
fucked
No,
up.
I borrowed it from somebody, and I'm going to buy him a new one and keep this one because this is my first real one. And all of theirs, they're new. See how this makes no noise? All of theirs goes, weet, weet, weet. I'm going to buy the kid who gave me this a new one.
How big is your cock in quarter-inch scale?
I mean, no matter how I do it, it fucking adds up to 3.5 inches. No matter what I do, both around and fucking out.
Well,
I got a fucking
my
square
source
cock, but it's-
says Elizabeth Warren's B-flips hang down 5 inches.
I don't know, man. That's not what's really important, is it? What's important is she fucking
does.
sucks, man. So
Elizabeth Warren. B-flips are hanging, but like real roast beef.
did you see one of your favorite things in the news, and me too? You know how you love activist judges? Judges who feel that they cannot fucking rule based on the law, but based on their fucking opinion,
I
on their
hate-
fucking political leaning. Do you know where I'm going with this?
No, I haven't seen anything.
Oh, so you haven't fucking been reading anything.
No.
Fucking activist judge yesterday, late, blocked our president, Donald J. Trump, the greatest president in the fucking modern history of the United States of America, blocked Trump's executive order cutting funding to cities, sanctuary cities that basically limit cooperation with the U.S., immigration authorities. It's basically what they do. So Trump was like, fuck them. We're not giving them certain monies because they're not helping us out with the immigrant thing. You know what I mean?
I don't know
And
whether
he
that-
had a presidential order that got fucking cut down by one of these fucking district court, whatever they call them, circuit court judges.
I don't know if that's being activists that may be unconstitutional.
What he did is unconstitutional, the judge.
No, what Trump did.
Oh, okay, why is that? Explain that
I
to me,
don't
please.
know. What I'm saying
But
to
we've
you
always
is,
talked about the president has the right to make executive orders that protect the American people.
as long as they're
So
not
why-
unconstitutional.
So how is it
Meaning-
unconstitutional?
Meaning keeping people from, I don't know. What I'm saying to you is there's the possibility that it's unconstitutional.
Because the funding itself has been deemed constitutional. So if he takes it away, that's unconstitutional.
Well, taking it away
as
for
simple
any,
as that,
for,
or
for reasons, it could be just
for reasons not constitutional.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, barring people from coming in from other countries because they're coming from countries that are completely unstable and you can't verify who they are. That is something that is within the president's purview, and it's pretty clear that that's constitutional. And what the judges that have shut down this, whether you agree with the ban or
The
not,
premise or not, right?
it's his purview. Now, with this, I'll preface by saying I don't know. But
You don't know what?
I don't know whether cutting federal funding to a city, because they're not going to. Well, first of all, I don't know what they're not going to do. Are they not going to detain illegal aliens? Because, most cities and towns don't have
A setup for that.
a setup to detain illegal aliens.
Yeah.
So by cutting funding because you're not going to detain illegal aliens, that could be
Seems weird.
unconstitutional.
Yeah, it does seem weird.
You know what I mean?
No, I got you. I don't think that it's unconstitutional, by the way. I will agree that it seems weird. It's not unconstitutional. It's not an unconstitutional executive order.
Well, no. What you have to when somebody says constitutional,
Which you were the first one to say constitutional
Right.
this evening. So
you
go
have
ahead.
to understand you're not going to go to the Constitution and find it, but you will find case law based on something in the Constitution, you can follow it forward or trace it backward and find out through precedent and law how it is constitutional or not constitutional.
Right.
And in this case, I don't know. I don't even know.
Do you agree that all that shit's still open to interpretation, even if it's been ruled against or for? It could still be revisited at any time and be easily found the other way. Or I know I'm talking like a liberal now, but
No, say it in a different way. Explain what you're trying to. What are you asking?
I'm not sure. I'm sorry, buddy.
You have to be able
I
to tell
can't-
me what you're asking.
I was really hoping that I would communicate that fucking really good thought well enough that you would just fucking in the snap answer me.
Do you go? You can go back and look at the precedent.
Yeah, and go. Yeah, maybe they ruled on the precedent incorrectly,
I'm certainly.
and then it can be revisited because of that.
I believe you can revisit. And look, I have no idea what precedents. Just because something is a precedent doesn't mean it's right.
Yeah.
I mean, there are precedents that are horrible precedents, and just because it's precedent, you don't go, oh well, it's precedent, so we're going to do.
Well,
We're going
to
to kill
me,
all
that-
black babies.
yeah,
Well,
no. To
that's
me,
the
that means
precedent.
if it's precedent, that means you fucking investigate that shit sooner than you fucking some other shit that hasn't even been fucking established.
What
as
you want to
precedent
try
or
to
not.
do is go and follow the chain.
Yeah.
The in all law.
I should have been a lawyer, by the way. I got fucking accepted to Suffolk Law School, and I didn't go. I should have gone.
You know what?
It would have been such a good fucking career for me. Write papers, basically, for a living, and bullshit in front of a fucking judge. Who hasn't done that? Who hasn't bullshit in front of it? How fun is that? Can you imagine getting paid to write papers and bullshit in front of a judge?
Me that's going to go to jail. When I have to
Fucked
bullshit
up,
in front
Joe.
of a judge.
I could have been a lawyer. Oh, well.
But what I'm saying to you is,
Do you have any idea what I did with my one-hitter, by the way?
well, you had it in your hand.
I did. I don't know what I did. Go ahead. I'm sorry,
Has
buddy.
it
Go ahead.
magically?
It's magically delicious.
Has it fallen up your asshole? It's right next to your notebook. You fucking retard.
Oh, there it is. It's blending
there you go.
into this beautiful, beautiful table that you made us, by the way. By the way, this is a beautiful fucking piece of work.
You know what I'm going to
It's
do,
not just
though?
a nice piece of furniture. It's a nice piece of art. You did a nice job, buddy.
Well, I tried to make it art.
It's beautiful. And right down to the fucking
you know what I'm gonna do?
triangle-shaped fucking cord hole in the middle I told you to cut.
Don't you love the cord hole?
I told you to cut it, and it's perfect.
I think you actually did suggest the cord hole.
I did. I'm telling you. I didn't know that
and
it
we're not saying cornhole for
By the
all
way,
you sick bastards.
I didn't
out there.
picture because I never said pentagonal. Is this pentagonal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah,
I don't know.
so it looks like home
Well,
base.
it's not a pentagram. It's a. It's
it
a.
looks like home base. It's 5. It's 5-sided. Oh no, yeah, it's 5. That's a pentagram by fucking.
Looks like a
definition.
baseball diamond.
It looks like a
sorta.
baseball home base, and it's got a triangular hole in the middle for
Right.
the cords. But when I told you about it, I never said make it this shape. I just said cut a hole in the middle, and it's
Oh,
beautiful.
We just kind of made it down to that.
It really
You know what
works
I need
out.
to do?
And it's really going to work out when we get the third person over there.
I'm going to take this table.
Yeah.
I'm going to take all the shit off of it, and I'm going to sand it and re-urethane it and get it smoothed out perfect.
Why? It's fine. Don't
Because
fuck
it
with
needs it.
dude. You don't. We do too many podcasts for you to do that. We would
Well-
have to take a week's hiatus. We
Well,
don't
then
need that.
maybe we'll just
oh,
fucking
by the
live
way,
with it.
here, look at me. I'm going on my honeymoon in June. Do it that week.
Well, remind me in June.
That's
would
what
you?
I'm saying. So don't do it. Don't move
All
shit
right.
until June. I'll remind
right.
you. Then you can do it. And
Yes.
I will take apart all the equipment before you do it. I will take it apart.
Okay.
You know what I mean? For easy fucking setup.
No, because I'd like to have it perfect.
Yeah. You know what, Joe? It's pretty perfect.
Yeah,
man.
but you see all these like holidays all over the place
Yeah.
because it's not smooth.
By the way, we've talked before about I'm not a fast driver and you aren't anymore, but when you had a motorcycle, didn't you get bagged for, was it 160 or 140?
No,
Was it
no.
more than that? 190?
No, 120.
Oh, that's pretty fast.
But I got pulled over
That's on a motorcycle, by the way.
by a state police person who was actually, I have to admit, as much as I hate the Massachusetts State Police, he was actually a decent guy.
That guy was decent. I didn't know that was in Massachusetts. I thought that was
Yeah.
in New York or somewhere else.
Well, apparently there was a cop coming the opposite direction in the highway, and I was going down. I was somewhere over 140 miles an hour, and he radioed to the guy that was on the road coming my direction.
Right.
And this is back when this is a long time ago.
Yeah,
Remember they
right.
had the LTDs?
Oh, yeah.
And the LTDs would go 120 miles an hour
And that's it.
and be fucking shaking on like
Yeah, right.
crazy. So the guy said,
That's why they went to the Crown Vic.
I was going like 65
You can
miles
get
an hour when he
you can
pulled
get to
me
like
over.
135 in a Crown Vic. No,
Yeah, maybe
That's
more.
about it. 135, 140 tops, I think.
Oh, how much faster do you want to go?
I mean, if someone's going 160, you're fucked anyway. So anyway, sorry, go ahead, buddy. Fuck.
So I've
Fucking
been
interrupted
going.
your flow.
I had because I call it like a little speed, a burst of speed. So you get on the highway and you just jam through the gears and you get up to like 140, 150, and then you just slow down and go cruising speed. So I had been at cruising speed for a while, and this guy pulled me over, and he came out and he was shaking.
Yeah.
I mean, like he was really nervous.
Yeah. Did he have his hand on his hip like they all do now?
No,
on the
no,
gun?
he didn't.
That was
This
that
guy
long
was
ago.
really pretty
That was
cool.
before they were told to do that.
Maybe
They've
it
been
was,
retrained to do that, and it
maybe it was
sucks.
before the total asshole.
By the way, if you're a cop and you put your fucking hand on your fucking gun while you're talking to a woman or a teenager that you
You're a
got
cunt.
pulled over on the side of the road, you're a fucking cunt. Yeah, if you got me pulled over, yeah, that's fine. I got no problem with you got your hand on your gun if you're talking to me. That's fine, because you should, because that's what you're going to need, a
so now
gun.
listen,
However, if you got my son pulled over,
will you
or my
shut up?
fucking wife, or my daughter, or my ex-wife, or my
Stop.
sister,
You shouldn't say
or
your
my
fucking
cousin,
wife.
or my niece, any of them, and you got your fucking hand on your gun, you fucking suck, and you're a cunt. I hate you. I hate
Hey.
you. Die, 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 die.
I just saw Elizabeth Warren's vagina looks like roast beef.
Oh, stop. I'm sorry. So we were
We're
talking
gonna
about
talk
the cops.
that on The View.
Did I? You don't remember what you're
all
talking
right.
about? Because I
So,
can get back on something
yeah,
else.
I know exactly where
All right,
I
go.
was.
Go. Sorry,
So
buddy.
the guy pulled me over and he said, "Do you know how fast you were going?" And I said, "Yeah, like 65." He goes, "Not here, way back there."
Right.
And I'm like, "Oh shit." And he said, "I got this thing up to 120 and you were pulling away from me
Oh,
like I
yeah.
was standing still." And I'm like, "Oh shit." But that's when I had a friend on the state police whose name I can't. And
You don't want to just say. We're not saying anybody's name anymore, by the way.
I got rid of that.
We're doing a
Because I
good
was
job.
very-
By the way, tonight we did a good job. There was a lot of opportunities for us to say names, and in English, we were able to describe to each other people, and we didn't have to name their names. So
Yeah,
good
no,
job.
No names. We don't
No
wanna,
names.
We don't want to get anybody like pissed off
And
at us.
never mind pissed off or sad or
Right. None
Anyway,
of that.
so I'm sorry. Go ahead, buddy.
Except Neera Tandon should be killed.
Who's that now?
So everybody that listens to this, look up Neera Tandon. Listen to
I
her
don't even know
on
who it is.
YouTube
Hold on.
for a little bit.
What does she do? Is she a yoga teacher? Sounds
No,
like
she
a
just
yoga
needs to be
teacher.
killed.
So what does she do? Is she,
She was
political?
like,
she on
oh, yeah,
CNN?
she was,
CNN, right?
I believe she runs. She was head of the Center for American Progress.
CANDEN?
Neera.
Nera, NERA, and then what?
No,
Candon?
2 E's. And then Tandon.
Oh, Tandon. I thought you said Candon. I mean, she's already...
Neera Tandon could be the most irritating person that they ever put on, and a fucking liar.
Ooh, she was born in 1970. That makes her younger than me. All right, I'm listening. Hold on.
She's just a fucking
So
horrible.
why is she awful? Tell me. So who is she?
First of all,
job? What's her job?
Well,
She's from Bedford, Massachusetts, by the way.
she was helping
went to
old Hill
UCal
get
Berkeley.
elected.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
worked out real well.
Yeah. How's that working out, Nira?
And she goes on to these Sunday shows. She needs to be found grabbing some guy's balls or something.
Wow, man, she's from Bedford, Massachusetts, which that place sucks.
And she is one of these people that first of all, she act like that.
The funny thing is her Wikipedia. She has a Wikipedia page, but they fail to explain what her actual job or area of expertise is.
Well, probably because they
just
listened
says
to
she
her.
worked for Hillary Clinton and she worked for this. What is her job?
And she was trying to fix.
She a spokesperson?
She was part of the whole fixing the thing for Bernie, and she is one of the most irritating, horrible people I've ever seen.
So what? Being a talking head on the news? Is that what you've seen her lately, or?
Well, I've seen her long before the Hillary campaign.
She can't possibly, and she has no credibility, right? She can't have any credibility.
Well, they have her on
CNN and
4 out of the 5
MSNBC.
Sunday shows every week.
Really, she clearly has no credibility.
Well, she's on. She has credibility.
If
you believe that Hillary Clinton should have been elected president.
I don't even know who this person is, but I just read. She has a Wikipedia page, but it takes 20 seconds to read. And I ascertained the fact that she's useless. She's literally useless.
And they have her on all the time as a guest on one of these Sunday shows as an expert.
I mean, do your eyes glaze over as soon as she starts talking, or are you?
No, I want to beat the TV in with a bat.
I mean, it's infuriating. So anyway, can I tell you why I asked you about the speeding thing?
Sure. You can tell me anything.
If I said these 2 words to you, I'm going to ask you.
Cock and balls?
Nope. Close.
Those are 2
Close.
words.
The first word that pops into your head after I say these 2 words. Ready?
Cock and balls.
The first word, we never played this game. This is fun.
All right, ready?
I'm going to say 2 words, and immediately you tell me the first word that pops into your head.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Jeanine Pirro.
Whore.
All right. The first thing I think is fun. I think she looks like a lot of fun.
Well, that's why I say whore.
Right.
Because I would love to. If
I would
wasn't
love
married,
to bang Jeanine Pirro.
I'd fuck Jeanine.
The shit out of her, right?
She looks like, and she's like 67.
So here's the thing.
I'd be all over
Here's
that.
the thing with Jeanine Pirro.
If I wasn't married.
So we agree.
And she was into it too.
Not only
I saw this.
Not only would we like to have fun with her, we believe she is a lot of fun.
Oh, you know.
She's a lot of fun.
She's a fucking
So
goer.
here's another reason why she's a lot of fun.
She's a goer.
She got a ticket for going 119 in a 65 mile an hour zone up in Westchester.
She was going to visit her mom.
I fucking knew she was a lot of fun, by the way.
She's a blast.
Listen, the only thing she does faster than driving is taking her fucking clothes off when she's around a naked penis. You know what I'm saying? I bet you she's a lot of fun.
Oh, she definitely knows her way around a cock.
I bet you she does. I bet you, we're talking, and you know what? She knows how to cook, I bet. I bet you she knows how to cook.
Absolutely.
Right? She's going to make you a steak dinner after she stopped at the fucking Packy. She stopped at the Packy. She bought like a fucking nice bottle of wine. You know what I mean?
She is fun.
Yeah. She's a lot of fun. And she fucking got pulled over for, she's like, I will take full responsibility for my actions and all that. But where was she going?
She was going to visit her mother in a nursing home.
Right. And she lost fucking track of how fast she should be going.
Well, I'm going to give her a pass because
her pussy was throbbing.
Yes.
Yeah, for me or you.
Oh.
By the way,
I love her. I think she's hot.
yeah, I think she's hot. I think she's funny. I think her show is funny. I don't take it seriously at all. I don't even watch it that often.
No, I haven't watched. Does she have a show?
Oh, she's got a show.
I just think she's a hot.
Piece of ass.
Yeah, she's got that. She's Italian. She's got that nice olive skin.
Yeah,
She's got great tits.
and she's got a good
She's
sense
got
of humor.
nice body.
And
she's good looking.
As far as I'm concerned, any broad who's got fucking and she'll tell you she's a broad. It's not a bad word. It's a fucking. It's descriptive language for people like Jeanine Pirro. She's a broad.
she's hot.
Yeah. I forget what I was going to say. By the way, you know who, if I told...
She's going to visit her mom. That's what you wanted to know.
Nah, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
We're done
here's
with
what
her.
I was going to say.
Good.
When you're cruising along the highway and you're in one of these various cars, because I find it in a Crown Victoria, never mind one of these Cadillacs with a big V8 motor that
Right.
they have out now that are like deathly silent inside.
Yeah.
I can see
so want one of
getting
those.
to 100 miles an hour and
Not even
realizing.
knowing it. Right, yeah.
You're like not. You just
Hey, even some of them
especially
fucking...
you ever been on like I-90 in upstate New York,
Yeah. And in a Buick...
and you're going along and it's just
Or a Cordova.
straight, right?
Right.
Straight roads.
How about like a
nobody
fucking-
there?
Listen, I used to drive... I had Oldsmobiles with V8s and fucking...
You know the deal.
yeah, anything with a V8 in it, if you're up on a highway, I think 90, and then you go up to Route 80 if you want to come down eventually. If you're in northern Pennsylvania going through the mountains, like going to Milwaukee. I don't know how you drove there. We didn't go 90 the whole way because 90 goes through a couple cities. We went up to 80 from Pittsburgh, up 78 to 80.
No, she was up in North. She was in.
No, but what I'm saying to you is, on roads like that where there's never a fucking another car, I couldn't even. If you're in a fucking motorcycle, you're probably going 95 up there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because if you're in a regular car, you're probably going 75, 80, and then if you got an old fucking big engine car, you're going 80, 85, 90, and that's just that.
She was in a Cadillac.
Oh, it was literally a Cadillac? That's so hot. She's so hot, Jeanine Pirro.
Those new Cadillacs
That's so hot.
got a fucking fat engine in it.
And you know what? I bet you she's fucking Brazilian waxed, by the way. Fake titties, too, by the way. That's fine.
Probably has no panties on while she's driving.
Right. And she likes the big fucking sexy fuck me heels. That she will take all her clothes off and she will leave those fucking heels on while you bang her. That's how much fun she is.
Your territory.
No, I think that's a lot of guys' territories. It's a lot of fun, man. No,
Al loves shoes.
I'm into. Yeah, I'm way more into shoes
Have
than
you
feet.
dumped a
Fuck
load
feet.
into somebody's shoe?
Oh, absolutely. So, by the way,
He's not lying, folks.
if I was to say the term "the Mooch," do you know who I would be talking about?
the Mooch.
The Mooch.
No.
Anthony Scaramucci. He's that guy who took over like his
Oh,
Trump's,
for Trump, yeah.
the fucking
he was
media
Wall
relations
Street.
guy for a little while.
He went away real fast though. Something happened.
Well, he had a little interviewee, Pooh, this weekend, and he says, don't rule out me, the Mooch, not only returning to Washington, but maybe the Trump administration. If you remember, he was fired by John Kelly as John Kelly's first official act of business as fucking chief of staff.
no, but he said something.
I don't remember what he said specifically. I
No,
think it
there
was
was-
just his general buffoonery.
No, there was something that got him kicked out.
Yeah, but he said it before Kelly was hired, and it was like all bad, real bad timing for the Mooch, is what I'm saying.
I think
And John Kelly, being obviously the shrewd individual that he is, he was like, yes, I'll take the job, Mr. President. fire the Mooch, you know?
No, there was something that
Or
he
he
said.
didn't say fire the Mooch.
Like he
fired the
called
Mooch.
somebody something that you had to fire him. Like he
don't
said
know
somebody
about
was
that.
a fucking spastic cerebral palsy
Right.
retard or something.
So, because you type faster than me and I'm spread out over here, put in like, why was Anthony Scaramucci fired?
No, I'm looking. I got him up.
And what you're going to find is it was because John Kelly needed to fucking stick his fucking finger in the dike over there. And I believe
What are you saying?
John,
It was a disaster. and-
like I always say, the first 6 months of any presidency is a fucking nightmare. Every presidency. It takes at least 6 months to get the fuck settled in. You know what I mean? Which, thank God our guy is fucking settled in right now because he is fucking on fire and doing a great job.
Trumpy?
Yeah. By the way, we were talking about the Mooch. The Mooch, who you think probably wouldn't like Trump, but he loves him. Because I guess,
Oh no, he loves Trump.
they were friends. They're friends. You know what I mean? And Trump's like, sorry, buddy. I thought I could get you a gig. But
he got him a.
Mooch calls Trump a very balanced and fair guy. Not fair and balanced, by the way.
Oh,
Balanced
this
and
is
fair.
what happened.
And by the way, he says Trump is a deal-making American president that is incredibly practical. What a great compliment
Well,
to somebody who fired you
everybody
after 11
thought
days.
Trump was insane. We're not in it. It's been a year since
Yeah.
he was elected.
Yeah.
He hasn't started any wars. Nothing's blown up. Anthony Scaramucci called Reince Priebus a fucking paranoid schizophrenic. A paranoiac.
What, during his 11-day tenure that happened?
Yeah.
Wow. Like probably quickly, right? In the meantime, Reince Priebus
The
got
White House
fired.
new communications
He got
director.
fired, right?
Who?
Reince Priebus got fired sometime after Anthony Scaramucci.
Yeah, they had to get rid of
Because
Reince.
he was fucking chief of staff and now John Kelly is.
But
Was someone in between, by the way?
But it wasn't-
Is Trump on his third fucking chief of staff already? By the way, they all go through tons of chief of staffs.
yeah, I mean, this is not
Not
an
any
easy
Jim
thing
Bakers
to do.
around. God, by the way, is Jim Baker alive? What do you think about Jim Baker? I wish he was president of the United States at some point during his career. He actually did run for president.
Meaning Secretary of State for George H.W.
Yeah,
Bush?
and heavily involved in W's administration as well.
I want nothing to do with. I want all Bush, Clinton, and
don't-
all their people to go away.
Yeah, see, I continue to be a fan of some of the shit that the Bushes did.
I think they.
I
should
think they
all be
positioned
gone.
us to continue to be, the tops in the world, number one. You know what I mean? Fucking Duke in New York. You know what I mean? I think a lot of what they did is why we continue to be the greatest, most powerful, and best place to live on the planet Earth. Look at you
Yeah.
not argue with me.
Well, because you're wrong. It's just
That's why you don't want to argue, because I'm wrong.
there's a. We're gonna have this. We're gonna do this discussion on a different podcast.
That's
But
fine.
There's a problem in the United States. Now, the United States is probably the best country.
In
In
the
the world.
history of the fucking planet.
So let's say that that's true.
It is true.
But let's say all the other countries are a C minus and we're a B minus. Do you know what I'm saying?
So
Meaning
there's
we're
no
better
A.
than all the other
there's
ones.
no A. There's no gold standard.
This ain't an A.
Okay.
We got a lot of room.
Is there an A?
No. No,
course
I'm
there
saying
is.
this is better than
What country is the best out of all of them? That's the A. Who
There
is the best?
there is no A.
So what are you saying? Like we score we score 80s and 85s on tests. And
Nah.
and nobody is getting 90s or 95s and 100s.
I'm thinking more like 75.
So who's scoring
B
higher than
minus.
us? Is there anyone scoring higher than us? I mean, really, is there anyone scoring higher than us?
Well, when you start comparing countries, you have to compare countries of.
Similar sizes.
Yeah, you can't say.
I'm
well,
down. Go ahead.
Sweden's fucking wonderful.
No. Sweden sucks. We've already established
Right.
that more
But there's
people
10 million
kill
people in
themselves. And more people kill themselves there per capita than any other country on
Actually,
the planet.
that's not true.
It is
though.
true.
You know, I did look it up, and it's not.
Who is it?
It was.
Finland? Iceland? I mean,
no, it
something
was,
like that. Something where they're all really white and related.
You know what? I forgot.
It doesn't matter. If you tell
But I
me I'm
looked it
wrong,
up.
I believe you. I believe you. So what was it? Or do you just confirmed I was wrong and couldn't say who was number one? That's fine. I believe you.
No, I said you were wrong, not about the suicide rate,
Yep.
but about something else. What did I say you were wrong about?
The suicide rate in Sweden
No, that's not it.
being
I said you're wrong because
I'm stupid.
no.
I'm wrong because I'm stupid.
No, that's not true. And I'm pausing because I'm looking. Lithuania.
Which, by the way, I'm a full quarter Lithuanian, so I'm listening. Go ahead.
Lithuania has
That's
the highest
new.
suicide
That's
rate.
new, by the way.
Here are the countries with the worst suicide rate.
Sweden's number 2.
Let's see now.
I'll tell you what ain't number fucking in the top 20 is the United States.
Here we go. Lithuania,
Yeah.
South Korea,
Oh, really? Wow.
Belarus,
Oh, yeah.
Kazakhstan. I'd kill myself if I was
Belarus
in
and Kazakhstan don't sound like a lot of landlocked motherfuckers. Just awful.
Russia,
Believe it. That's a vast, vast, vast nation.
China,
Believe it, because there's 9 fucking billion of them.
India,
India, there's 9 billion people too.
Sri Lanka,
Sri Lanka, there's 9 billion people, by the way.
Japan,
Japan, there's a lot of people.
Hungary,
Well, dismal, landlocked again.
Latvia,
Again, landlocked, just right next door to Lithuania. If people are killing themselves in Lithuania, they're killing themselves in Latvia. Go ahead.
Ukraine,
Again, same thing. Belarus, Lithuania, same thing. Landlocked, sucks, fucking nowhere to go. Fucking
Moldova.
cold. Same thing. Cold 8 months during the year.
Slovenia.
Same thing. Landlocked. Go ahead.
Now, here we are.
Are we up over
Finland.
20 yet? Again, Finland's a lot like Sweden. They suck.
Belgium, they kill themselves.
Oh, well, now I'm beginning to think maybe this. Where are we? 21, 22?
I don't know.
Belgium is
Nah, we're
a
like
pretty
15.
cool place, but we're already.
Poland,
We all know Poland sucks.
Uruguay,
South America, landlocked. Yeah, go ahead.
Montenegro,
Landlocked. Go ahead.
Estonia,
Landlocked. Go ahead.
and now France.
Not landlocked, and it's a first world nation, but you know what? I don't know what our argument was, but I win.
Well, no, you were saying that Sweden is way down, like at number 30.
That's cool, but all those other places are like Sweden, and
No,
something over here.
we were talking about.
Keep going.
We're gonna have a talk about the United States, but and something I think that needs to happen. But that's,
Go ahead. No, keep going.
No, I can't do it. We're getting
No, I know, but
we're balls deep into this podcast, and I think we
this
gotta.
just died, and I just want to make sure that's what died.
What do you mean? It just like died?
The
Died?
headphone amp died. I don't know why. It's weird. Hold on.
Really?
Yep. Go ahead. Yeah, that's it.
Are you?
No. I mean, something's weird going on. It's either the power source or it's weird though.
It's got no power.
Yeah, no, I bypassed it. My headphones are coming right out of the board now. So
Was this part of the kit?
no, yes. So listen, take this out. Take that out. Now, take those take the RCA cables out and leave the power in. Take the RCA cable.
Is anything supposed to light up here?
Yeah. It's like it fucking shit the bed, man. And that thing did not get wet last week.
I bet this thing's unplugged. You got such
How is that possible?
I don't know, because you got such a hodgepodge of shit under there.
All right, hold on. Were you pulling shit and I didn't know about it?
Yeah, there it is. Fucking
right.
green light's
That's
back
cool.
on.
All right, relax, everybody, for a second.
Fucking
Hold on. Put that here.
telling you, ball licker. You got to get this thing.
No.
I
What did
gave you a
do?
nice
fucking
hole.
with me?
No, the fucking power cord was unplugged. So there's nothing wrong with the amp.
No. Listen. You know. It's a whole thing over here.
All right, listen.
No, relax for a second.
Are we about done with this fucking
We
thing?
are. There we go.
It's 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's like way past my bedtime.
It really isn't, but that's okay. So, again, I had fun, Joe. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. We broke our own record, and that's fine. We weren't trying to break a record. It's
We
just
did?
weird.
How long did we go?
By the time we sign off, we will be 2 hours and 25 minutes.
I don't know. Didn't we hit that with the part with the lost first?
Oh, we went over it, but it didn't count because we're not publishing all of it. The only thing that got published out of that was the whole periodic table fucking poop fucking rant. Can't fucking get my ass
that was
clean
from
rant.
that was from the beginning of that one?
Yeah.
I guess.
That's why I had to fucking publish it. I know it didn't sound good, but it was funny as fuck. You know what I mean?
You have to publish fun.
And I'm
shit.
not, once in a while, it's making me think I got to go back. Although, by the way, I went back 2 or 3 weeks ago and listened to the ones that we didn't publish, because we didn't have the audio fucking sussed out yet.
Right.
And B, they were so bad and we weren't talking and there was silence. You know what I mean? Now we rarely have more than half a second of silence.
Well, I try not to do my long pauses because I try to think before I speak, but that long pause shit doesn't work.
You know what else you've
very
gotten
well.
better at? In the beginning, even when we were filling the space, you used to click your teeth a lot, and now you only do it maybe once or twice a show.
Really?
Where I didn't know if you noticed it before, you did it in almost every rant. You know what I mean?
I didn't know.
Did you ever know that you did that?
No.
I never noticed it before until I was
didn't know.
listening back to us talking to each other. It's weird.
Now listen,
It's
before
creepy.
we go, Glenn Thrush, the
Who-
guy that
who-
doesn't have any children that we know of.
Oh, he doesn't have children?
Well, I don't know. You said you made up the children that he had when you were.
Oh, no, I
Wishing
said that
him all
off the air.
leukemia.
On the air, I'm saying his fucking 9-year-old daughter, Michelle, his 7-year-old daughter, Megan,
Oh yes,
and his fucking
Well, how about if we
3-year-old
just give-
son, Michael.
Glenn Thrush.
He needs
some
to
hot
die.
Nuts. Some hot nuts.
No, it's not good enough. I need
get
real
him-
suffering. I need real suffering.
Get them all spread eagle stood up.
How about Blood Eagle? Do you know what Blood Eagle
No,
is?
no. We don't want to do that. And then we spray some lighter fluid on his balls and light him on fire.
It sounds like fun, but
And
See, that's
only around
torture.
where his nuts are.
see, that's torture. What I want him to experience
Well,
is
some
the
people
worst.
might like it.
What I want him to experience is the worst.
Emotional pain.
No, the worst of real life. What you're talking about is torture. I want his life to go so badly on its own for no reason other than he fucking sucks, that his gorgeous, precious children, all 3 of them, all younger than 9, they all fucking they contract whatever the fuck. The worst form of fucking leukemia, blood cancer. It's blood cancer.
Facial gonorrhea.
And they fucking die
incurable.
painfully and horribly. And he, in turn, right after he fucking buries them, he dies of fucking testicular fucking cancer. of the worst type.
Now, here's what I'm thinking.
Yep.
You take them and you make them, you give them a choice. Because I like to give people choices.
Yeah. I don't, by the way.
You can have your children go through that, or
Okay.
you have to blow Harvey Weinstein, Mark Halperin,
But here's the thing. They all would blow
Roy
him because
Moore.
they're all whores. They will all blow them.
Al Franken,
That's not
Kevin
going to...
Spacey.
It's not going to... It's only going to
and you have to
encourage them.
swallow all their loads.
It's only going to encourage them to swallow more loads, which they're all very happy to do.
Well, this guy was
I mean...
was messing around with women here, Glenn Thrush.
Yeah, he sucks, by the way.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's got to blow all these guys.
No, he needs to die. Just die. None of this
All right, on that
fucking
note,
punishment. Just die. Glenn Thrush,
we've had another
fucking die.
exciting
Al
show
Franken, fucking die.
of Kind of Right.
George Takei, die.
I'm Joe. He's Al.
All right.
I love him. He
Yeah.
loves me.
Yeah.
And we're going to come back on Thursday.
By the way, Thursday is Thanksgiving.
And
We're
happy
still
Thanksgiving.
on. You're not going to back out of this, right?
Yeah, but
Is Patty down?
Patty, I didn't know what to tell her because I forgot.
Tell Patty that me and Kat and maybe Evan are going to be here around 6:30 Thursday for a podcast because that's when we usually do it.
All right. Well, I'll tell her that.
And if it doesn't work out, then we'll do it Friday because I got the day off. We can do it early.
No,
too.
we can definitely do the podcast. I don't know if she's up for company. I have to ask.
Oh, all right.
I don't think that matters.
Yeah.
So we're kind of right.
Yeah,
and we're
baby.
usually fucking wrong.
Yeah, right.
We'll talk to you again on Thursday.
Good night, everybody.